All right. Hey, everyone. So we are live. We are live, and we have a special guest with us, Eddie Adhim.
Hi guys, how are you? I'm so excited to be on. Thank you, Miss Universe, for having me on.
Oh no, thank you for being here. So, Eddie, do us all a favor and just give us a rundown of your platform, your motivation, your goals, and everybody should check out his channel. Okay.
So I first started my platform just really like honestly like how every other black person starts their platform is trying to repair the black community.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay. Purple Lover says, "Hey." Purple Lover says, "How are you doing?"
It's
Oh, so Eddie just maybe he's having some technical difficulties right now. But we're gonna wait. I'm gonna see if he comes back. Yeah, Eddie is great. I think everyone should go check out his channel. Okay. Hey, this Joy, can I join? Okay, sure. Yeah, sure. Of course. Let me put the link. Okay. All right. So Eddie is back.
I'm sorry, guys. Like I hate doing this on my phone. I'm actually not home. But yeah,
Mhm.
so I started off my platform basically doing what every black person does when they first start YouTube, trying to repair the black community or trying to help black people. But I
Mhm.
realized that that is a failure, and that you can only save some people. And that's what my platform really is. It's really to help women out, to understand that how they need to start dating up and to prepare them for the basically the next 5 years of the change that's basically going to happen. Yeah.
Okay, great. Excellent. Thank you so much. And I mean, I remember I found Eddie. So I was on one of Fighters lives, and on that same live, I found Eddie and I found Xtina. So hey, Xtina's here. Empress Lisa's here. Real 1993 is here. Hey, everybody's here. Great. Goddess Energy is here. Okay, so if you guys, okay, actually, Eddie, are you open to me dropping the link for other people to join the panel?
Yeah. Just make sure that like it's like I don't deal with like just make sure that they're respectful and that they're not over talking me because like I'm gonna be honest, like I don't deal with that at all.
Okay, Eddie. Got it. I understand. I understand. All right. So I just dropped the link. I know a couple of you asked if you could come up. Yeah, I just dropped the link in the chat. So you can do that. Okay. So so I know we talked a little about this last night. But could you just give us like a little brief on what you mean when you say what's here to come in the next 5 years?
So the reality of it is like a lot of people don't understand, like, with this pandemic that is happening, thank you so much for subscribing.
Yay, thank
That
you.
a lot of people are fighting this racism fight and this colorism fight, which is not the real reality of what's affecting colored people.
Mhm.
That we're going to go into a huge classism system. And
Mhm.
a lot of Americans in general are just not prepared for it because they're just fighting these fake wars that are happening. And it's like kind of pretty annoying. Also, like I just feel like that this whole like this gender war that's happening right now, it's plotted just to keep us distracted from like what we need to really be working on, or what we should have already been working on. And I get it. There's a lot of people who are not going to follow us.
Mhm.
And that's great. And they can just be the underclassmen. But I'm here to build a tribe of basically women who are going to be ready for the future.
Definitely. And we appreciate your work, man, because there's just so many I like what is it? Ideology wars of like what a woman should do, what a woman should put up with. And I just feel like a lot of women, like most women, don't understand that they set the tone. They set the tone for the relationship. So if a woman refuses to accept, a man who doesn't protect and provide, if let's say if all women decided to refuse men who don't protect and provide on a mass scale, men would start protecting and providing. You
Hmm.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know, like we do. I mean, I think what's interesting about this work, when we work with women, is just that I feel like I get more done when
Hmm.
I talk to women, when I'm in these women spaces,
Hmm.
Like, because I can go into these male spaces like you saw last night, Eddie, and it's just like I'm getting attacked. No one's hearing anything.
Yeah.
But over in these female spaces or, women's spaces, it's like, okay, people start to take advice. You start to see things changing. You start to see dynamics changing. You start to see men stepping up and expecting to protect and provide because women aren't putting up with it.
Yeah, but I'm going to be honest with you. Like, for a lot of women, they distract us too from what's really going on, because they have this, like, what YouTube will call this pick me shit attitude, where women feel like, oh, they still need to protect Black men, and sometimes they even do it with like Spanish men or just like the most oppressed bottom of the barrel men. And it's annoying because it's just like, girl, like, I get that you don't want to do your work and you're okay with being the part of the underclass, which is going to happen in a few years or probably even next year. But it's like, you don't get to stand in the way of women who actually want to make change and actually want to do better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But unfortunately, you do have women out here trying to dissuade other women who are trying to practice hypergamy, who are trying to date up. They're like, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. Like, did you hear the young lady on the live last night on Radical's channel? Did you hear her say to me, she's like, well, no one should enter a relationship expecting to get anything, right? Did you hear her say that?
Yeah, that's why I kind of jumped in that live, because I just felt that she thought that she was, I'm going to be, you. First of all, let me like make a disclosure here. Today is Sunday and it's brunch day and I did have some mimosas. So this interview is this is going to be very raw. I'm not going to be as professional as I usually am on my channel.
Let it all out.
So we're actually going to get a little ratchet. But specifically, that woman like kind of felt that just because she got her a man from people from our community. I mean, I wouldn't even say our community. I would just say like just from the community that like the majority of America think that we come from. She felt that she was the queen and that she's able to make a difference. And it's like, girl, like, it's okay. Like, you may have gotten you like maybe a good one, but at the end of the day, like, just because you are a different color or another ethnicity or just more lighter skin, like, you're not prone to like what's about to happen in society. Because like when she broke it down, and I'm not trying to play her as a woman because like maybe like they have a great relationship. But at the end of the day, girl, when you tell me that you're trying to help a man build, it's like, oh, that's a nasty terminology, because a woman's responsibility is not to help a man build the foundation. She is supposed to motivate him to build the foundation. So when I hear women say that they're building, that sounds very masculine. So it's like, girl, like, so y'all both men in a relationship? So like I had to jump on because like she was attacking you and you was specifically saying that you decided as a woman to take care of yourself first, to better yourself for your future. And if you find a man, and then she wasn't getting it. She was just trying to say that you were bitter and all this other stuff. So I had to get in and I'm like, okay, girl, like, just because you found you a semi good man, because you guys are still building, right? You're not at your peak.
Right.
I don't even know if they're at their middle right now, right? Because they're engaged. So you can't sit up here and say like that your relationship haven't even started. Like, you're not even 1 year in your marriage. So how dare you come up and think that to chastise Black women, right? When you doing and say that your community is better than, when the same men that you're defending is the same men that's destroying your community, which destroyed the Black women's community too.
Man, Eddie, I wish you said everything you just said to me on there, but I know that would not have been received well at all. Even though everything that you're saying is backed by actual data. They wouldn't have. And that's the sad part. And this is why, it is important to have channels like Eddie's out there. It is important to have channels like Shira Sevens. It is important to have, these type of spaces, because as women, we get way more done. Way, way, way more done, And it's like, we can't expect these men to change if we don't change. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Go ahead, Eddie. Go. Y'all can talk.
No, but I know I get the purpose of like men trying to hold women accountable, but like I've kind of realized that men are kind of holding women accountable to men's standards, especially women of color. It's just like, girl, like, I'm not saying girl, but like, it's like, girl, like, why are you holding women accountable the same way you would hold men accountable? Like, if you would hold those men accountable who are responsible for building a community the same way you hold women accountable, especially women of color, then maybe you would make a difference. right? So it's just a little weird to me when I see these conversations happening. And like today, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Like I was on a live today, and I was gonna jump in, and I was like, you know what? Let me put this a shot. But I'm very strategic on where my message goes, and I'm not finna sit here and debate like a whole bunch of people who are not going to understand what I'm saying or are just trying to attack me. But like this man specifically said that he was going to protect a YouTuber who was against like woman. I'm gonna say that a woman YouTuber, but he was basically saying that he's going to protect this light skinned woman from the dark skinned woman who are trying to attack her. And I was like, okay, bro, so you're going to jump up and protect a woman from other women, but the majority of men in this society, in this space, this YouTube space, are saying that they're not going to protect women, but they'll protect you from an other woman. Like that doesn't make sense. And maybe because I come from a traditional family, I'm Caribbean, so women are always protected in our society, and I'm going to say the majority. But like when I look at this American standard of like men just like downplaying their women and just not being protected. Like I'm gonna do a whole video tomorrow, like on a breakdown. Like I have a whole graph and like video recordings of
Ooh.
just men. Like I told you, girl, I do my research. I research these situations every day, like a whole breakdown of these men just bashing their women, but uplifting other women. And I'm not trying to say that it's only black men because I know it's fun to bash black men, but it disappoints me when I see like black women or Spanish women divesting from their community just to go to men who are the same type of men that they're divesting from. And it's like, girl, you didn't divest, you just moved left.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Eddie, BC said she just subscribed to you. And let's see. Viva. Oh, Xena said, oh, I'm ready for that live tomorrow, Eddie. Okay.
Oh, it's gonna get real messy. You know the men are gonna be mad.
Okay, but here's the thing. So Clark Trent, let me see what he said. Okay, so I mentioned earlier, I was like, Eddie, you say these things and it is backed by facts and data. And Clark Trent is telling me that's subjective and it's not fact. It's not backed by facts and data. So let me just show you something real quick, okay? Let me show you something, Clark Trent. Here we go. This is from the Brookings Institute. All right. Let me show. Look what this says. Can you read that, Clark Trent? The inheritance of Black poverty. It's all about the men. Okay. Now I'm gonna post this link. I'm not gonna get too far into this, but I'm gonna post this link. Y'all can check this out. Y'all can check this article out, this research. Okay.
And for that man who wrote that, it's just like you don't even need the data. You can look at your uncles and cousins who are making single mothers and who are not taking care of their children. Like you see it. Like let's be real here. Like I'm not gonna like this data is great. Like it's on paper, but like you can at the percentages that's in this data, you can look to your left and you can see it, or you could probably see it in yourself. Like Clark Trent, I have to ask you: do you have any children? Are you married? Um, like what's going on with that? And I'm not trying to be rude or nasty, but like if we're gonna like say it's subjective, but it's like if you created a single mother, you need to take responsibility for that, and you can't say that this data is not real.
Right. And the thing is, okay, so I posted the article for people to see this. But you know what? I'll just say this, like read this part. I'm just gonna read this highlighted part. It says, Black women do reasonably well on the first and very poorly on the second. The first part was mentioning a Black woman's ability to earn a higher income on her own, like gaining financial stability on her own. And the second that they're referring to is a Black woman's ability to marry into wealth, right? Because, women get rich, still today, most women get rich by marrying. Um, you know, that's a reality. Unfortunately, not that many Black women, but women all over the world usually get rich by marrying into wealth. Now, as it says here, this result is probably driven by the fact that Black women tend to create families with Black men who do poorly on both counts and thus bring down the family income results for Black women. So it literally, you have a research study, an article from the Brookings Institute, a whole think tank in Washington, D.C., that literally proves that Black men bring down Black women economically and financially, and that they do better alone.
Can I just add in, like, it's
Go
so funny
ahead.
that men like always want to fight the data, but how about you fight the statistics? How about you like actually like bring up some wealth? How about you like build platforms so that men can learn business so that they can grow wealth? Like let's do that. Like you can't fight the statistics. At the end of the day, every community fights the statistics. But at the end of the day, other communities, when they see downfall or they see like an error, they make sure that they attack it. Men specific, well, I'm gonna say oppressed men because I know you guys get offended when I say Black men, but oppressed men in the Black community specifically always have an excuse for what's happening and never a solution. Like, and it kills me that y'all get up on here and y'all try to make every excuse in the world, and it's just like everybody's laughing at you. You know, they're not laughing at Black women. You're the only one laughing at Black women. Nobody laughs at the woman. If you look at what men are talking about outside of society or like outside of the Black community, they're laughing at Black men, and I will prove that tomorrow on the show that I do, and I hope you join.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Make sure you.
What
Oh,
Eddie
sorry.
Eddie, I completely agree with you. What we're actually at the heart of all this we're discussing is social contracts. Both parties have to do their part. And when one party does not do their part, the contract can be null and void. At this point, we are having women saying that in order for me to be in a relationship with you, these are the things that I'm needing from you. And the pushback is that, well, they can get somebody else. Well, that's well and true. But at the same time, if you want to have a healthy community, then there are certain standards that need to be met for both parties. It's not asking too much to do what other communities are doing because, in truth, what is happening is there are other races of people telling Black women to leave their Black men because they're saying they're not holding up their end of the bargain.
Can I just address a comment in the chat real quick?
Sure.
If you don't mind. So Jerome, you are specifically saying he wants to be a girl. His opinion is based. So guess what? Your opinion is not based because you don't. So I'm assuming that you're a Black man. You don't have a dog in this fight when we're talking about wealth. I actually come from wealth. I'm actually like a wealthy man at the end of the day. But when it comes to the majority of the Black community, Black men are at the bottom of the barrel. So instead of fighting me being a girl or being gay, you should actually go back into your community and build wealth and actually like talk to the men that are making this a problem. And I can tell that you're one of those men because instead of focusing on my facts, you decided to attack my sexuality, right? And it's scary because like you can't every statistic that I just thrown out, you can't you're probably not even educated enough to even like even I challenge you to come up and like and specifically debate me.
Yo,
And
I love Eddie.
let's do it respectfully. Debate me on anything that I said that was wrong. Do you not know, as a Black man, you are the bottom of the barrel, that men of other communities are laughing at you, including Black men from other countries?
Yo, Eddie, let me show you something. It's not even just other men that are laughing at them. It's other women as well. So I want to show you something. Eddie, did you see the viral Snapchat conversation?
Yeah.
Of the white, this right here. Did you see this, Eddie?
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the what do they call it? The diaspora. What do you call it? African.
The diaspora.
Diaspora. Even those men are laughing at you, which is pretty sad. So
yeah. Like so, other Black men around the world,
are laughing at you. And when they come to this country, they make sure that they disconnect themselves from you, African American brother. So when you come here and you decide to attack my sexuality, understand, as a Black man, I get to talk about it, but yourself as a Black man, if the majority of the diaspora, if you were doing your job as a man, I wouldn't have a voice in this situation. So the more you do your job, the more that women wouldn't listen to me. But you're not doing your job, and the men in your community are not. So unfortunately, you have to hear my voice.
Hey Eddie, can I say something?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Purple, go ahead.
I'll be really brief. And to piggyback off of what UniverseTrip is saying, a lot of those men that she's talking about, you know what they lead in with to us Black women? Come
What?
here, girl. Let me take care of you. Let me provide for you. That's what they are leading in with as their flirtation towards Black women. So this
Mhm.
narrative about Black women aren't being desired by other Black men is just not a true narrative at all.
Right.
I'm done now, Joy.
Yeah. So I just
Wait, hold on. You said that this narrative that black men not being desirable is not just true.
No,
Did
I
you
was
say that?
saying the narrative that Black men are have been saying that Black women are not being approached by other communities of Black men is just not true. When you're dealing,
So my question is, we got a girl on here, well, a guy that's trying to talk about Black men, and you're not even a real man. So I don't understand where this is coming from.
So while we're talking about this, can you look up Miss Universe? Can you look up the definition of what a man is?
yes.
You,
Because
you are conquered, my brother,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
sister,
Let me
whatever.
pull that up for you, Eddie. Let
the
me pull that up.
definition.
Hey,
Because I don't.
universe, this man is conquered.
How
So
am I?
why is
How
he
am I
on a panel
conquered?
talking about Black men?
How am I conquered? Because I'm a
He's
Black
buck
man.
broke. He's buck broke. You know what buck broke is?
No, explain it to me.
He's what white men used to do to slaves. Turn them homosexual.
Yo,
So my question is, how can you speak
damn,
about Black men and you not
Hey,
even a real man yourself?
hey,
damn.
bro. Hey, bro,
Bro,
leave him alone, bro.
we're not gonna tolerate homophobia.
No,
Like,
I'm not. No disrespect.
Allow it. No,
Hey,
let it.
hey,
Let it.
no,
Hold on.
no disrespect to
Let
this
it
brother
happen.
on here.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that, no disrespect, but I'm saying, how can he talk about Black men?
Let me handle this. So what's your name?
damn. I never thought of it like that.
No. Everybody mute. Everybody, you need.
okay, I'm
So
gonna mute.
I
I'm
think
gonna
you
mute.
need to drop fighter because like when I'm talking, I specifically need me and this man to talk.
Yeah,
So
go ahead. You got the floor, my
what's your
brother.
name, bro?
My name is Jerome.
All right, hi Jerome. Nice to meet you. So let's instead of talking about my sexuality because I'm not going to talk about yours, because there's the only reason why you know my sexuality is because I have a very feminine voice. There's a lot of gay men out there who have a very masculine voice that you wouldn't know. That is gay. But let's talk about the facts that I spoke about, right? So can you prove me something that I said that was wrong?
Based on what I was saying, you basically were saying Black men are broke, dusty. You know, I just came in late, man. That's all I heard.
Okay, I never said. See, that's the problem with Black men. You guys are very sensitive. I never said that Black men. I actually applauded you. I said there are some men. There are men in every community that are dusty and oppressed. I never said that it was specifically for Black men. So that's how I know you're not listening. But can you prove anything that you heard that I said that was wrong?
Well, if it's like I said, I came in late on the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I just heard the negative stuff.
So you didn't, but I did say some positive stuff. So you decided to jump on this platform instead of like listening to things that I said and like trying to debate it. You attack my sexuality. At the end of the day, if you're not going to have a civil conversation and you want to talk about sexuality, that's my own personal business. I don't ask you about what you do in your bedroom. Why are you worried about mine?
Listen, if you want to do, hey, whatever you do in your bedroom, that's your business, my brother. All I'm saying is you have no right or any place to speak any negativity against Black men. You can't do it.
I have a question. So, so just because what I do in my bedroom, does that make me less Black?
It don't make you less Black, but you are conquered.
Okay, so how am I conquered?
Because you're supposed to be a man. You're a Black man, right?
So yeah, I'm a Black man.
You're a Black man, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're supposed to be a conqueror. You're supposed to be a dominator. You're supposed to be a provider. You're supposed to be a protector.
Yeah. Can you name
but
one
you're
Black
not
man?
None of that.
Can you name one Black man that's a provider that provides for Black women that actually?
Shit, me.
Hold on. But what business do you own that, or what wealth can you distribute to a community of Black people? Can you let me know that?
Okay, what about Tyler Perry? Tyler Perry is a man that's a provider.
Oh, that's weird because he is actually a gay man. So
yes, he is very gay. Why do you think he's always jumping
Tyler
out?
Perry is not gay.
He's always
and that's just
jumping
one
up
of
as
them.
a woman.
Hey, wait! I got another one. Okay, let's not use that. What about Magic Johnson?
Magic Johnson. Did you not hear about his story?
What story? Magic ain't got no gay rumors or none of that stuff.
He doesn't have like a virus that embarrassed the community. And at the end of the day, what? So here's the thing though. I need you. In every other community, there's about men can name like about 50 men that are actually distributing. You can only name like about 5 or 6.
I know a lot of good black men that are productive.
So keep naming them.
No,
and
I'm
actually,
saying
hold on.
The guys that I know are productive black men.
That's great.
They have businesses.
And
they're doing what they need to do. So not all black men are dusties.
But we never said that all black men are dusties. So what we need you to do is just listen for a second and stop jumping to conclusions. We never said that all black men were dusties. Pay attention. I'm actually what I do can actually help the black community. And if you guys were so get out your emotions like I did.
Wait. What you do? I mean, being feminine is not helping the black community.
Oh, that's okay.
Let me
hold on. Let me say this. If you look statistically, there are more gay black men that make significantly amount of wealth in the black community. Hold on. Wait. So,
no. What about protection? Who are you going to protect?
No. I do protect.
Who are you going to protect?
No. Stop over talking me. Hold on. No. Let me do this. So when you over talk, like you're sounding more. We're having a conversation, bro. Like let's not do it like women. Like you say that I am.
That's what you acting like. You sounding like a black woman right now.
Okay, but I'm talking to you like a man to man.
Well, you're not. I'm not hearing a man talk.
All right, so you gotta drop him because he's angry. He's an angry black woman.
Drop him. He's not angry.
Mind your business, fighter. That's what girls do, right? They when there's an issue, you guys like to tag team each other.
Universe, isn't it hilarious how on one angle he's homosexual, but then if we do anything he doesn't like, he's able to call us out of where we are.
Exactly.
That's not right.
He's able to call us what?
He's able to call me feminine or girly, but he's the definition.
Because did y'all not sit on this platform? How did this platform come about me? Did you not understand we're talking about black issues? Like, don't make it about me. We're talking about black issues. At the end of the day, hold on. Both of y'all be quiet. At the end of the day.
So we have a new person, Eddie. This is artist Bob Stone. Can you turn that noise off in the background? Okay, great.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who said Tyler Perry's gay? Tyler Perry's not gay.
That man is obviously gay. Why do you think
hold on.
Yeah, y'all making assumptions though.
Hold on, wait. Let me say this. So CNR, what's your name? How are you? Nice to meet you. My name is Eddie.
Hey, what's going on?
So do you not think that Tyler Perry makes a bad representation of black women?
Some of his movies?
Yeah.
Okay, so it comes and goes though. Like
no, it doesn't come and go because at the end of the day, the reason why the black community is failing, black women are failing, is because they're labeled as angry black women, right? So any man who puts a woman in danger for money or puts that rhetoric out that black women are angry, he's putting black women in danger and not elevating them in society. So he's doing the reverse. So he should be a threat to you and your community.
Right.
Well, I found like the movie "Woman Thou Art Loosed." I found it empowering. I liked it.
But you found one movie, but I can tell you 12 movies that make black women look angry in all those movies.
Oh, you mean like the Madea ones?
Yes, the Madea ones.
The only thing that upset me about the Madea ones is kind of like the what do you call it, the stereotyping, like yeah. But I mean,
which is bad for the community. Do you not understand that the media is the main source of how other communities look at us?
Yeah, I could see that. But the thing is, but you're being reductive. I think it's more complicated than that. I think he used tropes that existed already, mm-hmm. and kind of like built a culture. Like Tyler Perry's built a culture now, and because of that,
a bad culture. Because even the movies and the shows that he's made on Oprah, the black women look angry, and that in society, like look at the young.
Let me ask you
You can
something.
ask me whatever you want.
Yeah, let me ask you something. What do you think the difference is in terms of cinema, how you show it between an angry woman and a woman who doesn't take any crap from people?
So
right?
if you look at a lot of movies that have producers with that are white, right, or that racist white supremacist that we talk about, when they select women in their movies, all women are perpetuated the same way. But when you look at black producers, especially black male producers, they make black women out to be angry and the villains, which is bad for the society, because young men watch that and they assume that all black women are angry, and at the end of the day, that's why that's another reason why they start to date outside of their community.
I think black. All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I think the movie Black Panther did a lot more to paint black women in a negative light than anything Tyler Perry would have done.
Oh no, I agree with you on that one, but because it made black women look more masculine, it made them look like as the protectors of black men, which that
like if you look at the new Black Widow movie, when they show like all the Black Widows, as a matter of fact, the new Wonder Woman movie, like all those women look like they're presented as the epitome of femininity, while mixing womanly power, right? And like something to aspire to be. But then when you see how Marvel showed black women, it was kind of like the opposite. The women were all grunting like "ugh," and all that kind of stuff.
But for every white movie you tell me, I can give you 10 black movies from black producers that were created that make black people look angry and black people look bad.
Yeah, but you picked that one guy though. You picked Tyler Perry.
So let's talk about Color Purple. Let's talk about but let's not pretend like Tyler Perry is not a billionaire for all the movies he made. Is he not a billionaire?
Yeah, well, it's not too late. He could talk to the brother and see if he could turn it around.
But that's not my responsibility to do, because at the end of the day, the man who was on his platform before that, he said that since I'm a gay man, I have no dog in this fight, right? So that's y'all responsibility to do, right? So where are the men who are standing up for the women and specifically saying, I don't like my woman being presented this way? I think that more men would say that. I think there will be a change. Do you not think?
Well, you're speaking for the community just fine. So you just continue to do that. I think your arguments would be very, very productive if you approach Tyler Perry and said that to him. Because
I know it would, but I would need black men. I would need black men to support me, but a lot of black men don't support gay men or like men from the community that I'm in. So I would that fight would never happen.
It seems sometimes that gay men in the black community, like if you look at like the Twitter sphere, like the Root and the Blaze and all kinds of stuff, that black men sometimes gay black men sometimes come at straight black men some type of way, and then it causes.
When is the last time publicly have you seen a gay black man? Do you not know that gay black men are so like, and I'm not make this a gay thing, and I want to get over this, but because this responsibility.
No, that's fine.
But I'm just because I want to talk about we're talking about like this main issue that's happening, and the gay issue is not the problem. But when you look at gay men, the first thing they do is when they grow up, they divest from the black community because they feel shunned, and they build their own wealth and they build more for what's going on. So like for us to make it seem like it's the gay black man or it's their gay agenda, when you look at the agenda or the people who are like perpetuating this agenda y'all talk about, it's mostly straight people.
Do you remember the article that I think the Root did it, that said straight black men are the white people of black people?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, that was kind of hurtful. I read it and I'm like, that's way off kilter. Like, why would you guys say that? Oh, I'm sorry, guy. What up?
Let me make a point, right? I went to go see this movie.
You sound muffled. You sound muffled, fighter.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
I went to go see this movie, right? Slim and Thug, a Thug and Slim, something like that, right?
You sound muffled. You sound muffled again.
I sound muffled.
Yeah, now you sound good. See the position you got your phone.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Like
I'm on my laptop.
Every time you let somebody in, it like seems to like muffle for some reason. So I'm gonna need like when we let somebody in, to, like at least 2 minutes for them to talk, because I didn't hear anything you guys said. I don't know what's going on, and I'm not home. But welcome to the new CNR. I must ask, are you a black man?
Yes.
Let me finish my point, please.
Yes, okay, I'm black.
Can you start over again, please? Because I didn't hear you.
All right. So I went to go see this movie, Slim and Thug, or Thug and Slim. I can't remember. It's like a spinoff of Bonnie and Clyde storyline.
Yeah.
And then in the movie, they showed the black lady, right? The black woman. They portrayed her as more the aggressive, assertive one, and then the black guy, he was more like kind of like softer or not as outgoing. So I'm like, okay, wow, it seems like she's dominating the relationship and wearing the pants. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. And then I found out after the movie that they had a transmission play a woman, and I'm like, oh man, I'm like, that's crazy. And yeah, a transmission. I don't understand if you get it.
But can I like add on to that? So do you know who created that like platform or who created that movie, or who was the producer?
Was that dude?
Jordan Peele, right?
Yeah, the mixed guy. Yeah,
and he's black though. So
right.
So here we have another black man who has made black women look bad, and he's not gay. He's straight. So it proved my point. Thank you.
But no, it's also like this whole femininity movement thing that's not good. It's no bueno.
So are you telling me that Jordan Peele is part of the femininity movement? I never seen him in that one march. I never seen him with Amber Rose. I never seen him. He's just a regular guy. So why are we blaming the femininity movement?
I feel like he's just doing what pop culture wants.
Oh no! It's not what pop culture wants. So Jordan Peele has made plenty of movies that had no gay people in it. And he's became popular off of it. So he decided to do it. That was his white masters telling him to do it. And that's what happens when black men don't want to own anything. They specifically listen to their white masters, and that's what comes along. He tells them, "You better make them black women look bad." Not like that, but at the end of the day, it's like that, and that's what happens.
Oh no, the white masters. What? Oh God! All right. So
well, you had to. Did a man not come up here and just say that I was conquered? But like at the end of the day, you have these producers who are owned by white people, right? And they make black women look bad on purpose because that's what their white men telling them to do. So I'm just using the same lingo because I'm starting to think that you black men don't understand what I'm saying, and y'all get on the defense instead of like trying to make improvement.
It just sounds like excuses for not taking accountability for what you put out there. So
from the black men, right?
From whoever put up that argument that
which is the black men.
Okay, whoever that was, the black men. All right. So if you have your own studio, Tyler Perry now has a studio that the acreage on that thing, bro. It's like
what he has his own Hollywood studio, right?
Yeah,
like it's big as fuck, but he's still putting out
and he's still putting out
content that is horrible to the black community.
Yeah, if he's still putting out destructive content, that's on nobody but him. But the thing is, we have to not throw the baby out with the bathwater, because he's still kind of a strong tool or a strong asset that we have. So even though he's done horrible things like to misrepresent black women thus far, it's not too late to change. It's never too late to turn things around.
No, it is too late. Like that's what you're not getting.
How you gonna say it's too late? He ain't dead.
Hold on. Let me say this. Do you not understand that this is a pathology? Like I predicted this shit 2 years ago. At the end of the day, when black men become rich or they become billionaires, the first thing they do is invest their money in white society. They also make sure that they follow white society's rules, which is that you have to be more diverse. At the end, I've not seen one black man who's become like a millionaire who did not submit to a white man.
This guy was the guy at the Birth of a Nation.
Nate Parker.
Nate Parker.
Yeah.
Where's he at now?
Well, the thing is, it was. Hold on. It was so-called Shea Butter Twitter took him down though. It was like root. I mean, I think it's called Shea Butter Twitter, right? Like a bunch of like journalists, working for black sites, who and they're part of the people who made the black men or the white people or black people thing, and they took him down over allegations that he was with some white girl and then she committed suicide later or something like that. So it was kind of our own community took him down. So I don't think what do you sound like you disagree.
No, I agree with you.
He beat a rape charge, right? Didn't he beat a rape charge? And then they were still attacking.
Yeah, they still attacked him even though he beat the rape charge, though.
Right.
But they said I think they hashtag me to them.
Right.
Right. Yeah. But and I think like hashtag me too, like it's been turned on black people, kind of. But,
okay, but this is not.
Yeah, it's not that conversation though.
Somebody echoing in the background.
I'm
not trying to be a princess, but like just everyone to make sure that you don't have like the sound playing in the background. But at the end of the day, like this is mostly about like holding the black community accountable. So fuck the race piece of it, like, or fuck the sexuality piece of it. Like, how are we gonna make change, right? So like when we get on these platforms, hold on. When we get on these platforms, and I because I know what can happen to make change, or what can we do to make change, but like it just frustrates me when I see black men. The first thing they do is when they jump on a platform, they decide to like attack certain things that have nothing to even do with the topic.
Well, I'm laughing because you just kind of like negated Tyler Perry, and he's like the strongest the strongest asset we got out there. Don't nobody else, like I thought Bill Cosby, I mean he turned out to be kind of a strange situation, but he wanted to buy a TV station for black people, right? And that would have been cool. But Tyler Perry, he's the next strongest asset. He's got a huge movie studio, and he's got a litany of work, and he's got a reputation. He's got resources.
We have plenty of black men who can do that. We have plenty of black men. Let's not only like put it to Bill Cosby. We have plenty of black men who are in the industry who can make black wealth. They just decide not to. The first thing they do that they do when they get a certain amount of money is they submit to whiteness. Look at the basketball players, look at the actors, look at everything that's going on. They submit to whiteness, and that's the problem. No other community submits to whiteness like black people do. And they were the first people they were the first immigrants here.
Well, you're not in those other communities. You don't know what they capitulate to.
I am.
And the kind of are you part of, say, the Asian community and find out what they kowtow to about
I study that, and I'm glad that you brought that up. And I'm not trying to like be argumentative with you, because I realize that you're actually one of those men who actually want to make change in the community. So I'm down with that. But like I actually and Fido Complex and Miss Universe will tell you that I specifically study this. I study other communities to make my community better. Like, so I study the Asian community, I study the white community, and I study the Latin community. That's how I know strategically what we need to do to improve. Like, I don't pull these statistics out of my ass. Like, I actually know what's going on.
I hear you, but go ahead. What do you think that the what personal sacrifices do you think the Asian community makes, like what they give up in order to achieve success, right? Well, because you're saying that when black men get somewhere, like soon as they become somebody, they kind of like bend the knee to white people, right?
They do.
So you're saying that doesn't happen with Asians?
Yeah, I'm not saying that. Okay, so let me take that back. So I'm not saying that it does not happen. What I'm saying that the majority of it of that issue does not happen in those communities because they have too much pride. So do you want to hear like I will give you only one
Hell yeah.
I
Yeah.
will strategically only give you one example because the rest of it y'all gotta like follow my channel and
All right, no problem.
and then y'all hear
He's like
but let's talk about the Asian woman, right? So if you look at specifically that majority of Asian women are leaving their community, especially when it comes to like out of America and coming to America and dating rich white men because they realize that there's a shortage of men in society. So they realize that when they come out here, do you not know that Asian mothers, they specifically raise their daughters to be extra feminine on purpose just to push them out in front of men who are extra rich, and they build that wealth like let's say like Mark Zuckerberg.
That's very aggressive.
No, it's
That's very aggressive.
No, but it's the truth though. So Mark Zuckerberg is that the person who does Facebook?
Yeah,
right.
He's
Mark
CEO of
Zuckerberg.
Facebook.
So his wife is Asian, right? So when they have a baby, that baby is going to be Asian. Like that whiteness is automatically canceled. Right?
Yeah, I mean, the technical yet pejorative term is Hapa.
But you know that like when it comes to Asian communities, that baby is going to be Asian, considered in the community.
Oh, absolutely.
So that wealth is built for Asian communities. So like the next generation from Mark Zuckerberg, his wealth will go strictly to his baby, and it will go right into the Asian community. And it goes.
Yeah, but I mean, we make power moves.
But like, give me one power move.
Okay, Eddie, you're acting like we don't make power moves too. Don't we have like don't we have one of ours up in Buckingham Palace or whatever? Or, I mean, they got kicked out.
Exactly, she got kicked out.
No, I mean. Yeah, but it sounded like she left on her terms though. Like, why are you still living with your parents?
No. But we're gonna be at the reality.
What was the deal with that? What was the deal with that?
The reality of it is that one, like you have to understand when people are mixed breed, that they and I'm gonna call her a mixed breed because it's the truth. She is a mixed breed, and she didn't have black men protection when she was going through what she'd been through. So like she had to fend for herself, and she didn't make the right moves. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she went through a lot. People were calling her a nigger and all this other stuff, and black men were saying, "Oh, look at that light-skinned bitch. She dated a white man." So and that's not how. If we were at war, and we were back in when America first started, we exchanged women, and a lot of y'all don't want to hear that. We exchanged women for wealth. So if your woman was marrying into wealth, at the end of the day, they were supposed to be an exchange, and she was always defended. At the end of the day, we let that black woman or that mixed breed woman like cross the seas. And once she married a white man, we decided since she married a rich white man that she is no longer part of the community, even her half side. So we left her out there to die. So we lost. Look at what we lost. We lost everything. There was no black men protection. Where were the black men?
Let me ask you, what form would that protection take shape in?
That can go
in your opinion.
We
don't have that kind of power. She's the one with the power. She was in the relationship.
No, you don't do that you don't do that because in society, like black men are considered the most scariest men, and y'all don't use your power properly, right? So at the end of the day, a black man was specifically even on Twitter, I've seen it. On Facebook, I saw it. Like y'all were clowning this. Y'all were clowning this half-breed woman. Y'all were saying, "Oh, she's not black," or all this other stuff. Like a black man would have stood by her and be like, "Yo, like how they stand by them Latino. Hold on. How they stand by them Latino women when black women are fighting them? She would have been protected."
Is there a reason why you're counting trolls as actual black representation? It's trolls on Twitter.
No. Hold on. But do you understand that the representation on Twitter is important? Because Twitter has canceled many companies. And if black men were doing their research on these topics, instead of worrying about sexuality and worrying about like a white women and Latino women and how white women are more feminine, then they will understand what a real power is. See, I researched this, so I know that.
I don't know what to tell you, man, because the people that I saw that were coming at Meghan Markle for being a half breed or whatever that was, those were specific trolls, man.
You can't say anything that I said is not facts, though.
Well, I mean, it's facts, but it's based on stuff that's still up in the air. Like who was actually coming at her, calling her a
Guess
half
what?
breed.
Guess what? She's
Yeah.
in America right now. She lost her title and everything else. So the rhetoric that I'm passing is true.
Yeah, that shit is heartbreaking. That's she
So
lost
here's
that
what happened.
position.
The moment we get
God.
a black person in the moment we get a black person in a position of power, they fuck it up. You can see that via Obama, but I'm gonna leave that alone though. Radical, what you got to say, bro?
Brad.
Yo, what's up, man? I actually got a question because I'm trying to understand this. I think earlier you said that the black man destroyed the community. Can you give me examples on how that happened?
I didn't say that the black men participated in destroying their community, and I can give you perfect examples. Like right now, when you see a majority of black men on platforms, specifically targeting black women and saying that black women are not feminine, instead of coming back to their community and telling their women what they want in private.
Right. It's not like Eddie is using Tommy Sotomayor as some sort of like model for what.
No, but I gave you. Hold on. Wait, Radical.
Because it sounds like Tommy Sotomayor is giving us a bad name.
Okay, hold on. Don't worry. I'm gonna give you perfect examples that is specifically coming from black. So, what black channels do we have? Right, we have O. Right.
Who?
We have Oprah. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I'm a hold, because I know y'all love when I hold black women accountable. So I'm gonna do black women first. So if you look at anything in Oprah channel, which is specifically mostly when you look at the soap operas, they're all directed by Tyler Perry. But when you look at that, it's all targeting the black community as negative. But let's talk about Alanya Fix My Life, who only mostly targets black communities, right? When you look at all of her communities that she tries to fix, is mostly damaged black people who are usually fighting. Look at Love and Hip Hop, who is produced by black women and black men, right? When you look at the shit that's happening in basketball players and from the black community when they're cheating on their wives. Look at fucking Kobe Bryant. Look at all this. Look at Shaq when he divorced his wife because he was cheating on her. What else can I? What else?
I think it's unfair to use cheating as a reason why the black community,
the problem. Y'all missing what I'm saying. The problem is not cheating. The problem is the publicity of it all.
Yeah. Okay. So
but let him continue.
Can you give me examples on how the black men contribute? Because I remember you said, you didn't say contribute. You said that the black man, decimated the community, earlier. So that's why I want some examples, because if I just don't understand.
Well, if you look at today, if you go on any manosphere platform that's targeting that is black men, all he does all day is bash black women.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's true.
Which is targeting the black community, right? And in Radical, I'm not, you know how I am. I'm just passionate how I talk.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no.
I hear you.
So that's a problem for me. And when you look at just like when you look at like when women try to come up and make solutions, or they telling they're. I don't want to give too much because I'm going to do a video on this tomorrow, and y'all going to be shocked.
Wait, hold on. So let me ask you let me ask you something. When white folks
stay tuned.
When white folks have this type of rhetoric, right? Not only do they have it verbally, but they go by it with actions. I'm seeing from the manosphere community, the only action that they're doing is flying away from America. So again, how is their actions based on what they verbally say affecting the black community?
Well, it is embarrassing because when you look at when they're leaving society and they're telling me that they're going to date black women in Dominican Republic, or they're going to pay for they didn't
say embarrassing. How is it affecting the community? How is it dismantling it?
Because at the end of the day, if you look at let's say we're in a war. Okay, Radical. Let's say specifically, me and you are in a war, right? And let's pretend you're the Latino side and I'm the black side, right?
Okay.
I'm just giving that.
We're keeping all about adobo. You're not getting no adobo.
me and Radical love each other. Not like that. No homo.
You're so stupid. You're so stupid. Go ahead, bro.
You gotta say those things because niggas out here is sensitive. They more sensitive than I am.
They'll be like, "Oh, we got him, radical gay, we got him."
So when you look at so if I'm at war with you, radical, the first thing I'm gonna do is impregnate your woman, and I'm gonna make your woman love me because at the end of the day, your woman produce your children going forward. At the end of the
Eddie,
hold on, wait. Let me say this. And if you look at the statistics, you see the majority, not the majority of black men, but you can see that it's a disproportionately problem. It's a disproportionate problem of black men leaving black women and deciding to date other women and have kids, which is not wealth, which is not even if they have wealth. I'm talking about wealth in general. I'm talking about the rappers, the basketball players, the men who have wealth. They specifically target women outside the community, which is like that's not the purpose of building wealth. Yeah. If you look at
and let me ask you, let me tell you, based on the conversation we had yesterday on that live, these Latin women think the same way that you're saying that black women should be thinking. They do not do this out of nowhere. These Latin women are out here saying that Latin men are machismo and we don't need them, and black men is somebody we should be going to.
But
so
fighter.
it goes both ways.
But fighter. Like
fighter?
You know,
who? What's good?
Sorry, not fighter.
I'm fighter.
Radical. Fighter. Shut up. Radical.
Right.
I'm sorry. Radical.
Understand.
Okay. I'm not even being shady, but radical. You understand? Like what I'm saying is, like I can't
talk.
I
understand. I totally understand that, but we have to be completely honest. A woman would not allow no other man to do whatever unless she allows him to do that. But so we have to be honest here. You know what I'm saying? So based on that truth, Latin women are allowing this to happen because they don't see Latin men as an asset. It's the same conversation happening, except that it's not happening online. That's the only difference. I hear this from Latin women constantly. Trust me, I hear this from Latin women constantly. Fighter could probably even say, you know what I'm saying? Like he hears the same thing, you know?
I get that, but like what I'm talking about, like of the damage in the community at the end of the day, like and fighter and radical, you both know that I'm telling y'all that I told y'all a long time ago that the Latino community is up next to deal with the same wrath that the black community deal with, but everybody thought I was joking and I was trolling. But
I just don't understand why black women are being targeted. I just don't get that. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, because
may I read this?
You can do it. You can like jump in right now.
I just don't get it because
what's happening?
Aren't black women supposed to? You know what I'm saying? Like why? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like why are black women?
They're bred because they don't have protection from men to protect themselves. So what's happening is black women are not the real problem. Like black women, if black women were smart, if black women were smart, they would strategically separate themselves and just do what they had to do and stop being in the media, and it would be good. At the end of the day, and then the focus.
I don't agree with that.
Okay, but that's fine. That's fine because I'm not.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But I can attest to the fact that works. That strategy absolutely works. You know, as soon as black women start to focus on themselves and not invest so much time and energy in trying to change black men, like they get treated better. They have better options. I mean, they get to explore and get treated better by other men.
Well, can I say
self-improvement?
I'm gonna let some of y'all talk. Go ahead.
I just to be completely honest, I'm trying to figure this out. You know, again, I'm extremely new into this type of conversation, and again, I don't want to sound idiotic or misinformed, but I don't want to say that I'm ignorant to the fact that I do hear these type of conversations happening online with the manosphere and stuff like that. Listen, I've even heard some black men, not all, but some black men even bash their own women outside of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I've heard this. So I'm not trying to say that this is not something that doesn't happen. Obviously it happens, but I'm trying to figure out why. But in the same time, I see the same thing happen in the Latin community as well, but I'm trying to figure out why. You know what I mean? I just don't. It's weird to me because when Latin women leave, right, and they go with black men, everything is good. And the same thing vice versa. When black women leave and they go with Latin men, everything is good. So how come that dynamic isn't reciprocal? Vice versa. You understand what I'm saying? It's just
no,
it's
I don't
weird.
get it. You're saying like, okay, you're saying when Latino women go marry black men, no one has a problem, right? Is that
No,
what
no,
you're
no,
saying?
no, 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 no. What I'm saying is when Latinas go with black men, Latinas say we're all good. They treat me way different, and the vice versa. When black women go
Because
with
they're used to being the bottom of the barrel. That's the
Latinos,
why.
yeah,
They're
that's
not
what.
dating. They're not dating. Okay, so at the end of the day, when black men go to date Latino women, they're not
Yeah.
dating your best woman. They're not dating your women who are used to having escargot. They're dating for women who haven't even had a stove before, who are used to gonna get mad at me, who are
Oh,
used to
come on, Eddie.
I can prove it though. Who are used to like bathing themselves in the ocean. So when they have a man
Eddie.
who comes, like, come on now, let me be real. So when y'all come out here and y'all give them a little bit of like $200 or $500, them women get like, oh shit, like, oh, we doing good. But at the end of the day, I don't see y'all dating like high value Spanish women. And like there's sometimes that I'm talking about the majority. I'm not talking about overly because there's some women out there. I'll take my sister for example. My older sisters, they're all Puerto Rican,
Yeah.
but they're not even dating like high value black men. They're dating like high value mixed men, and it's just like I want to cape for black men so bad, but I can't cape for y'all when y'all keep blaming black women for the issues that are going on.
Now let me ask you something. The black women that I've dated, right? It's safe to say that they are
And I want
high
you to hold
value.
on, fighter.
So
Hold on, radical. I want you to tell them specifically what the black women are saying about the black men. Please be real.
wait, what?
Eddie likes tea.
No.
I want you to hear.
What?
I want you to tell
Spill some
them.
tea.
I want you to tell them like what's the difference between dating you and dating a black man. Don't be fake. Be
Oh,
real.
what the black women tell me, the ones that I dated.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, they told me that either they treat them like shit, or no, I'm sorry, treat them as just a fuck around because they just want some sex from the guys that they actually messed around with, or talk down to them, or actually see them as just sexual objects because they want to actually be with a light skinned shorty or something like that. So those are what some of the black women that I've dated told me. You know what I mean? So again, not all of them. Not all of them told me the same thing because, quote unquote, you guys could probably say I did date high value black women who didn't experience that.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey Apple
we can hear you.
Girl.
Hey, Apple
Hey,
Girl.
hey everybody.
Hey, what's up, Apple?
Yeah.
What was it? So I've dated high value black women who never experienced that, in their life, and also I've dated black women who had experienced that in their life. So it's like a mixed bag. But still, I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I'm not saying that that's not the case. What I'm saying is I just don't get why the treatment is different when it's dating outside of the race. I just don't get it,
And
because when I've dated black women, for the most part, I felt like I was fetishized a little bit. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I
you
was a
are
little
because like
fetishized.
they're used to dating the bottom of the barrel,
Oh,
and they're
no,
not
no,
doing
no, no,
that.
Wow, Eddie.
They're not real. They're
No,
used to
no,
women
no.
not doing
But
shit for
but
them.
the thing is, they constantly. And I've heard this plenty of time. Wow, you don't do this. Wow, you don't say that. And I'm like, why the fuck would I want? I'm sorry, my fault. Why the hell would I want to say that or do that? You know what I'm saying? And it's like so weird to me. And it took me a while to probably comprehend it. I'm like, oh, it's probably the men that they experience,
Radical.
whatever.
What do you mean by say that or do that? Like, what are some examples that they?
Okay, so for example, um, let's say me and Universe, go on a date. Right?
Ooh, y'all
let's
better
say
stop it.
me and Universe me and Universe go on a date, right? I will be like, hey yo, just wear something nice because I want to surprise you.
Stop the
Our, fir-
swirl.
our first our first day, and she'll probably be like, wear something. All right, cool. So she'll wear a dress and already come up with a suit and tie and all that other stuff. She's like, where the fuck we going? And we go to a rooftop bar. Stuff like that. Like, oh wow, I never had this before. You know what I mean? And I'm like, why
That's
you
pretty.
not?
I'm not trying to brag nothing, but that's very standard for me.
Well,
Like,
well,
I
that's what,
wouldn't. I wouldn't do
Oh my
very.
God, the ego on this panel. Everybody's
and
like,
that's
Yo,
well,
but
and
you know,
that's
like,
what I'm
this is
and
standard.
that's
Hold on.
And
everybody flexing on his panels.
No, let Eddie. But like, I think
that's what I'm trying to. Wait, hold up. That's what I'm trying to say.
Get nasty, Radical.
After the rooftop bar, we'll go to Central Park, walking and just talking, getting to know each other. Again, wow, this is not something. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? So y'all just used to movies and dinners, and then y'all touching each other in the back.
Movies, dinner, and dick.
Like, nah. So I do what I'm trying to say. I'm different, and I do other shit that's not conventional. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, because black women told me this. Right, I've never had that. Nobody. You know what? That's where I'm coming from.
Well, Radical.
Now this is the crazy thing. This is the crazy thing. Latinas never. Check this out. Latinas never told me that shit. Never told me that shit.
No, most black women
Latinas will be like, "Oh, this is a regular Thursday." You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but it's not for them though, because y'all don't even have a lot of movie theaters and all the other stuff in Central Parks in y'all country. So let's keep it real.
What? Nah, shut the. Get out of here.
Wait. So Radical, what you're saying to me, it really makes me sad that so many women are out there just like going on movie dates and then going back home with the dudes. Like, that's very low. Like, why is the bar in hell? I don't know why. Like, why is the bar in hell? It's like so low.
But let me say this. So, for all the men who are here saying, "Oh, this gay man doesn't have a."
Well, first, by the way, I'm not no goddamn simp.
Ain't nobody said that shit.
Let me say this. Hold on.
I'm not a simp. Get out of here with that.
Hold on. Let me say this. So your black women are telling other men that you don't treat them the same way.
Exactly.
But yet when I tell y'all
this, and Eddie, make that point again.
When your black women are telling you that you're not treating them right.
Wait, tell me who? Wait, me?
But, no, not you. I'm talking about a black man.
The black men.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Men, and y'all get mad at me for just trying to tell you what's going on. And y'all like, "Oh, you're a gay man. You don't know what's going on." But understand that I could be the pathway to that. But I decide going forward not to, because I know y'all don't want to listen.
Wait. I like that comment.
I'm going to step out.
Y'all just used to movies. I treat it like princess when I date outside the. All right.
We need to get a woman up here.
No, I mean, I agree.
I'm gonna let you know. First of all, I'm gonna let you know rooftop bars is nothing uncommon here in New York City. I'm just letting y'all know that.
It's not because that's like at a club.
Yeah, that's basically it. And actually, there's some like little little shows that they actually do. Yo, shout out to Hotel Chantel. That's all I gotta say. But
Shout out to Eddie for movies, dinner, and dick.
That
is my shit.
But let me express that. Let me express that.
But listen, I think I understand.
Latino speak.
I understand where Eddie is coming from and what he's saying when it comes to that. I totally get it. My point was that this is what I hear from the black women that I've dated, and I never understood it and could wrap my head around it. The only thing I said, "Oh, you're probably dating some ghetto people or whatever the case is." You know what I'm saying? Somebody that doesn't.
No, let me say something. I want to talk.
Can I say something? All right.
Nah, let me be next. I just got here. I haven't gotten a chance to speak.
All right. Me either. I've been patiently waiting. You can go after me.
But there was a request for more. There was a request for more women to give input. Someone like
more women need to come on.
Yeah, so like Goddess Energy and
Radical. Before you get on Radical, I really appreciate you for being honest, because I know you're still being fair. I know you're not really telling the whole scoop that we tell you. But
Eddie, you don't understand when Radical 2 times already. People have attacked Radical.
No, Radical is being fair, and I appreciate you, bro. But thank you so much for being honest, and that's why I come on your channel more neutral.
And mind you, me and Eddie, we're not beefing or anything like that. You know, we go at each other and shit like that. Pause.
No, we just nasty little brothers.
that's all it is. But
little brothers are wrestling.
I'm the gay brother he hates.
No. When I say certain, after I'm done, I'll leave so more women can come in, and I'm sorry if I'm putting up too much time, but
yeah, get out of
here. All I'm saying is that just because I come here and I agree with some of the point of view that Universe is bringing up, is because I've seen, you see, it's because I see where she's coming from. That does not mean that I'm going against the rhetoric that I'm trying to have Black and Latin unity. I'm not going against that. And all this other stuff, and the comments and the DMs that I'm getting is insane. Like, relax, it's not that serious.
And
you know what I'm saying?
And know that your women come to me both Latin, because I have Latin sisters who hang out with all Spanish women or Latina women, and I hear all of it coming from Black women. So I'm not just making this shit up. I didn't just sit down and just write a book about how can I disrespect Black men or how can I disrespect Latin men. Like, your women are coming to me to tell me this, and I'm trying to give it to y'all.
And again, I just want to understand more of the conversation, because again, I'm new to this. And I'm kind of already understanding my experiences when I've dated Black women and some of the things that they did tell me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to understand. And I'm glad that, Uni is giving me the opportunity not only to learn, but also to speak out, my experiences. You feel what I'm saying? But with that being said, Apple, shout out to you, Go ahead. I'm out.
Apple's the goat.
Can I speak or what? Damn, man.
No, it's a woman's class.
I'll be patient. I know. I understand. I'm a man. I have to be patient.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so I wanted to say that it is very true. Most Black women's standards are low, like UniverseTrip said.
The bar is in hell.
It's in hell. But as women, it's our fault. Mm-hmm. And I hate to say that because it sounds like I'm blaming us, but I am. I really think it's all our fault.
It is.
Like, we have the power to change everything.
Yep.
By
and
what
I say
we
this.
decide.
And that Apple, I don't know if you noticed, but in my community section, I took a screenshot of your comment because it was just like,
I saw.
It was deep. And I was like, yo. So thank you for that, Apple. But I mean,
you're welcome.
You're right. No, you are absolutely right.
But
it is our fault.
Apple, we need you to explain that more, because when me and Miss Universe talk, when we hold women accountable, they don't understand that we are trying to. So just give them a little tea.
And I recognize that too. When you try to hold women accountable, like, they feel like you're trying to blame them, and you are, but they take it really harsh. Trust me, when I'm at work, I try to tell these women, I try to put them on game. Like, it started arguments, but I'm bored, number one, so I'm gonna tell y'all I don't care if we argue or not, because I know I'm trying to help. Okay, the reason why it's women's fault and the reason why I would rather blame women is because to allow. If you don't like what you're being served at the table, you get up and leave. It's that simple. But when you tell most women that, if you don't like the way he's acting, the way he's doing, they will stay with the man for years and years and years.
Because they want to change them,
they want to change him.
Right. They want to change the man, and it's like, women can win when they drop men quickly. Like, when you
accept bad behavior and mediocrity, and that's the problem.
I'm gonna have to counteract that, because let's talk about the path. And I know we wanna hold women accountable, but this is how we do it. So at the end of the day, when you look specifically in a Black community and a Latino community, we understand that there's a fatherless issue, right? And there's a lot of a woman's a girl's first love is supposed to be her father, right? And she's supposed to teach her what man is supposed to be the right man in her life, right? So when she doesn't find that at the end of the day, or she doesn't receive that at the end of the day, she goes searching for this endless love, father's love. And when it's man that she comes by, and let's not pretend that men are not manipulative, right? Because they don't have fathers either, especially in the color community. They don't have fathers either. So their fathers are not teaching them to actually respect these women. Yeah, it's true, because we can put up the statistics in color communities, because the Latino community is not right behind Black women. So I love how y'all try to say that y'all better, but at the end of the day, by next year you will be worse. So so when we talk about that, like we have to be really careful when we don't hold men accountable. I know we want to understand the blame the woman.
No, it's not that I'm not trying to hold men accountable. It's
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that like when we hold women accountable, we can't hold them accountable for their past that they didn't have. We hold them accountable for what they don't do forward. For men, we can hold them accountable for their past because at the end of the day, a lot of them did have male figures around them and they know what's right and what's wrong. Period.
All right.
Well, can I say something? Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Eddie, I just want to introduce myself to you. If you don't know, my name is Joey. It was nice meeting you. I don't know. You saw the live, the last live I did with Universe. I'm about women liberation, and just let you know, I'm a pimp. My mom is a prostitute. I just want you to know that I want to hear from your opinion. That I get bashed for about women liberation because it's not a lot of heterosexual men out here who's about that life.
Yeah.
And I get more support by the females more than the man. A man, they bash me with ferocious. They do all types of things, you know. Now the thing is, I believe in women liberation. I believe that a woman should express her beingness. Let her be herself. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom is a prostitute.
When you say woman liberation, like exactly what do you mean? You're gonna have to break that down with me because you're saying that your mom was a prostitute or is a prostitute, and you say you're dragging and everybody mute yourself because don't be disrespectful. But like we have to like break that down so I can give you my real opinion on how I feel.
Okay. So what I mean by liberation, I'm talking about like giving her allowing her express her sexual nature, allow her to be a woman. Because a lot of guys like to put restrictions and hindrance on her nature. And there's a lot of females feel limited. And, there's a lot of females out here feel unsatisfied internally. Mm-hmm. So a lot of men never give them a chance a lot of heterosexual men specifically, never give them a chance to free themselves. That's what I mean by liberation.
Yeah, but liberation could mean something so much different. So like a woman can have a whole bunch of sexual partners, but for some reason, like women like to express themselves to a man how many sexual partners they had. I do expect women to make sure that they are protected because women of color are subject to a lot of sexual viruses and the sexual demons that are out there. So when we talk about liberation, like, are you protected? Are you out here like actually making change? Are you doing drugs while you do that?
No, Eddie. I'm not. I don't do drugs, Eddie.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying you specifically. I'm talking about the woman in general. And we do know that women of color, especially specifically Latino and Black women, are affected with this the most. And Latino women, I'm going to remind you, in the next 5 years, you will be the highest amount of prostitutes because you are so sexualized in this industry because you allow Black men to do so, or the Black community to do so. But to jump back to what you were saying, like you cannot, like, I love that you say that liberation, and liberation is fine. I love that women, I agree, women should be able to do what they want to do with their body. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that there's a certain woman, there's a certain standard of woman that will always be and that will never change. And at the end of the day, that's never going to change. So if you just want to be a prostitute for the rest of your life, or you want to be just a hoe the rest of your life, that's fine. Just do that. But understand, a man has a choice whether he wants to date a woman who's had her liberation, as we say it, or a woman who has not had a lot of liberation. So I'm going to have to like be in the middle, or mostly on the men's side on this one.
Well, like I said before, like Eddie, like I said, like with me personally, like my mom, like my mom is a prostitute. I witnessed a lot, seeing men.
Where's your mom?
Where's my mom?
Yeah.
She here. She upstairs.
Okay. Is she happy?
Say that again.
Is she happy?
Yeah, she happy being single. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, is she happy overall as a person?
Yeah, she's happy as an overall person.
Okay, well, then that's fine for her. But do you think the majority of women who are prostitutes are happy?
I would say majority not.
Okay.
Some I would say some yes and some not, because they get mistreated by other men, especially Black men. Because I'm a Black man myself, so I know. I'm Afro-Latino from the Caribbean.
We have to check that, because at the end of the day, you what part of the Caribbean you're from?
I'm from Puerto Rico.
we understand that prostitution in the Caribbean is much worse. I mean, I wouldn't even say it's much worse than
Yeah,
it is here,
definitely.
because at the end of the day, it's bad in both places. I'm not shunning sex work, and I hate to bring this to sex work, but like, let's talk about it because it does affect women. And at the end of the day, sex work wouldn't be as popular if men wouldn't buy sex workers.
Yo, I say this all the time. Like, people love to put the shame and the stigma on the women, but the men are creating the demand.
But when we, yeah, and that's true. But when we talk about happiness and we talk about, like, how prostitutes are affected in this industry, especially women.
Well, I just feel like this, Eddie, to be honest with you, a lot of, like I said to Universe heard my story and everything, and Goddess too, a lot of men bring out the worst out the woman more than bring out the best out the woman.
But prostitution is not your story. The effects of prostitution is your story. So you kind of have to separate that. And I think that once you separate that, that will like kind of.
But like I said, I participate the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing is, I was just doing something positive from a different point of view. Because like I said, I don't want to be like these other men out here who like to use and abuse, disrespect, mistreat, use them for whatever reasons. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because I witness a lot. Even my mom, for example, like, she been disrespected, and I ran away from that because I don't want to be like the next victim, like these weak ass men out here.
You said that you're a pimp now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're just following the pathology of your mother. Like, I hate to say it, like, you're going down a path.
Okay, I'm not. But like I said before, like, it was something inside of me that I was born with. It's something that I cannot help.
So
like,
what, you don't slap them hard like
I don't physically abuse.
But you don't understand that those women are abused at a certain point, like, that you can't.
Of course, they go through traumatized situation, but I'm saying is that I'm here to protect and guide them from the right direction.
You can't protect them because you can't. The only way you can protect these women is about getting them out of that industry and providing them for jobs. And at the end of the day, it's not your job. It's the society of men to make sure that their women are not out there doing those things. Like, where are the men out there?
But Eddie, a lot of these females out here, are miserable out here. They don't want to be with these type of men out here who, who like to put limitations on them. You know what I'm saying?
It's not about limitations. It's about, like, how can men provide for them the same way that men provide for them in the streets.
Well, like I told Universe, I believe that submission is supposed to be earned, not given.
Yeah,
I don't believe that every woman should submit to every man.
Let's talk about it. At the end of the day, the industry is changing, right? So a woman can. There are millionaires on OnlyFans right now. There's women out there showing her vagina and not fucking men, but just showing pictures of her vagina and feet and making $1 million and able to buy from it. Like, why? Like, why are we still and then you have women on the street that's like sucking dick for $20?
Right.
Because they don't because it's about having game, because it's about using your brain.
It's not brain.
No, it's about having a brain, because like I said, I'm giving my opinion. I'm just telling you that it depends what type of brain and intelligence the woman using. You know what I'm saying? There's some pretty females out here who do not have game like that, so they use their body.
You're the pimp, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I just gave you some free game, right? Your woman can make more money on the industry by supplying themselves online and not fucking men, because fucking men is old school. Men are now turning to the internet. So
I mean, either way, but like I said, either way it goes, there is making good money online. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. That is a fact. You get what I'm saying? She not supposed to be out here fucking. Like I said yesterday, if a billionaire came up to my woman and he got $1 billion and he want to fuck my woman, but if I found out he had STDs and HIV, I'm not gonna let her have sex with him. That's how we're gonna go.
But you wouldn't know that at the end of the day. Are you black?
Yes, I just told you. I just told him I'm Filipino.
And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to play you. But do you see how the fuck that your black man put your in woman? Like, do you hear what this man is
No,
saying?
I'm not
And
bashing
hold on.
females.
I'm not
Wait, Eddie,
saying that. Hold on. I'm not. Let me talk because it's not for you. It's about the black men's pathology, and it's all from all communities. Do you see what men ladies? I want you to understand that he's dead ass. Like, he's not kidding.
Yeah,
Like,
he thinks he's different,
He's
but you
dead
exploit women
serious.
too.
Like, are y'all like? And this is what kills me. This is what makes me want to fucking get off YouTube and fucking just get off the face of the earth and make my money the way I do. Because, like, at the end of the day, I know there's a whole. But how many women do you have under your arm?
I got one woman on the team right now that I've talked to who I have a chemistry with.
Okay, so how does
Your hoes? How many hoes?
Hold on.
I don't have. Listen, I just
No. How many? Let me tell this. Let me say this. How many women? The person who taught you how to pimp, right? Because there was a man who taught you how to do this, right?
No, I didn't. No. I had to get this game from the concrete.
Okay,
Dealing with my mama. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So let's look at like the men around you that you kind of, because you had to learn this experience from them. Somehow.
I didn't learn. No, listen, I didn't learn this from a man. I'm trying to tell you, Eddie. I'm trying to get you to understand. I didn't have no man in my life. I didn't have no guidance. I didn't have guidance like that. I had to learn this stuff from the concrete.
So do you feel if you had a father in your life that you would?
Yeah, my father just recently died. I never met my father. My father abandoned me.
Okay, so do you feel like if you had a father in your life that you would be able to not go down this route?
Probably so, because like I said, I don't know what's it feel like to have a father. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest.
What I'm going to have you do, because this conversation is very toxic, especially for the woman that you have, and it's not for you. It's just for. I'm going to give you my email, and that we can talk like on a Zoom call, like separately out of this, and we can like discuss this. And I'm going to give you like any time that you want, and we can have like I'll clear my whole day for you. Is that okay for you?
Okay,
So,
no problem.
UniverseTrip, put my email in chat. It's eddie@gmail.com, and then we can have a full-on conversation. And once you email me, you give me a date, I promise I'll be there for you.
Okay, no problem, Eddie, no problem.
This right here, right?
So yeah, that's it.
Gotcha.
And I'll bring on other men. I'll bring on Fighter. And we can all talk as men, and we can like figure out like how to make the solution. Because right now this conversation is not productive for women. This is a man only conversation.
Yeah, I tried to talk to him yesterday.
No, we'll talk to him Fighter like separately. Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, though. That was very important.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
No problem, Eddie.
And we'll talk. Just make sure you email me though.
I will.
What do you go by? Give me a nickname.
You can call me Joey LeBron because that's my full name.
All right, please email me and then we'll have a conversation all together.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your story. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Wow, that was a lot. That was deep. So everybody, let's take a breathing session. Let's all breathe together. Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Let it out. That's a lot of generational trauma that we let in. It's fine. It's okay. Let's move on.
Hey Eddie, hold on. Let me say. I hope I ain't scared you now. I am trying.
No, you didn't scare me. We finna talk this out. Like we finna go deep into that. You didn't scare me out. Once you email me and you set up a date, I'm gonna be there for you. Because at the end of the day, even though how I talk, I may talk professional, but I've been through shit. Right? Let's keep it real. I may look like I may be gay and I may like have money and wealth, but I came from problems. That's what made me stronger. Right?
Same here. Yeah.
So that's how I know. Like people from pain can make things so much more better than they come from, and that's what I'm saying. That our problems need to be like held with people with problems, so that we can do better for people, right? Because at the end of the day, I can tell in your mind and in your mindset on how you talk that you want to make a change and you want to make a difference in your community or what you're around. So you didn't scare me. You told me that you want to make change, but you want to make good change, and you've realized that what's going on in your life is not right in your soul. So we're good. We're good.
Yeah, I just like I said, I'm like, if you don't know, I don't know, Danica Marie on YouTube. She's a YouTuber. I talked to her husband, and I'm about to become a 5%er soon. I don't know what a 5%er is, but I'll tell you more behind closed doors what it is.
Yeah, we'll all talk. Like I'll grab a group of men and we'll all talk like as a group. Like, and it won't be only focused on you. Like we'll just all like have a man conversation.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, like I just get a lot of bash for about women liberation
We
because
we won't. This won't be a bashing segment. It will be a strictly. It will be a strictly like a conversation like how we having right now.
Okay.
All right. So it won't be that. Just email me. Please do so.
Okay. No problem.
Thank you. I appreciate you, sir.
You're welcome.
So this damn weather.
Can y'all believe it snowed today? That shit is crazy. I was mad because Friday, I remember when I got off your live, I was like, oh, I'm going to fucking go get some brunch. And then it snowed.
Yeah, there's some.
But you had your mimosas though. So
well, snow don't. Well, I live in Long Island. I don't live in a city. So y'all have to eat outside. I don't have to eat outside. I eat inside. I'm privileged.
Yeah, and you know, I gotta do the manly things like shovel the long ass driveway again.
Yeah, and Fighter, make sure you're free for this conversation too.
When is it?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll put us all in the email because you finna be part of this.
Yeah, as long as it ain't tomorrow or Wednesday, I'm good.
Okay, well, we're gonna make it right. But we gotta do this right. Like we gotta change shit. Like I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. And like I know we laugh and we joke on this in this society here, but like, do y'all not get like I'm talking about people specifically in America? Do you not understand if fucking Latino and Black people would get their shit together, that we would fucking run America?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Like we sit up here and we playing games, and I'm not finna sit up here and play cute with y'all and not tell y'all the truth. I don't give a fuck if it's a woman or a man. Understand the reason why I learned this? Like I was raised from my grandmother since I was fucking 2 to realize that I need to be high value or I need to marry high value. That's why all my sisters specifically made sure that they married high value men because they knew that they didn't want to be Miss Independent with kids. So they knew that they had to work for their shit. Let me tell you something. I had a fiance, right? Who I built. I was a barber to builder, is what y'all would call on YouTube, right? And I built him to be. I built him to be like this great man. And when he started making over 6 figures and he was great, my grandma said, my grandma used to like make me cry. She used to be like, he's gonna leave you. And it's like, what the fuck do you mean by that? She's like, he's gonna leave you just because like you decided to spend the majority of your life building up this man to be rich, and now you look stupid.
Right. You know, this happens. Let me just tell you, like I have 2 really successful female cousins. They're both in their 50s, and one is like a multimillionaire who built several businesses, and another is a partner at a Fortune 500 company. They both married men who they built up. And I'm telling you, now that they're in their 50s, now that they've been with these men for 10 to 15 years, these men are dogging them out, cheating on them, having like little, you know, girls in their 20s over here, girls in their 20s over there, and they're like in their 50s. And it's because those men don't feel masculine around those women because you know, the men know that those women, their wives, can't look up to them because they were there building those men from the very beginning. They want to go flex on a little 20-something-year-old because she didn't see, you know, like she didn't see, you know, that wife build him up from the bottom to the top.
Let me address this because like I feel like a lot of y'all don't get what I'm saying. Bye. I love you so much. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. I'll see you later. I will do. But for y'all to sit up here and say to pretend like y'all don't know me from a hole in the wall. At the end of the day, if you did know me, you understand that I'll only date high value men, and I'm talking about real high value men. So while y'all people are dating people in 100,000 or 6 figures, I'm thinking about how I'm going to get this condo and how I'm going to get this fucking mansion with farmland, so I can make sure that I have a legacy. So when y'all sit up here and say that I'm trying to finagle straight men and all this other stuff, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care. Any straight man that y'all hear that I talk about, people invite me on panels and just all male panels because they know what I speak of as the truth. So when y'all joke about that shit, y'all have to be really careful because that's why things don't get changed. That's why things don't change.
But now I think a lot of women, they don't realize that when they're building up a man, you're actually emasculating him.
Keep talking about
Like
that,
you
Queen.
actually-
Because that's
Yeah,
what
they
I was
don't-
trying to get into
they
it,
don't
but I
understand.
couldn't get into it.
Yeah, they think And I know because, you know, I'm a former pick-me, and, you know, I have no shame in admitting that. That's why I really have a passion for helping women, because I understand why they think the things that they do. So I do try to help, but they think that, you know, if I help and help and help and give and give and give, it will be reciprocated, but it won't, because that's not how men operate.
You know, but
they don't get it.
But you know, like, you know, when I went on Radicals Live yesterday, you know, a lot of men are just like, yeah, well, you know, we're not dusty. But I mean, the stats show that 80% of Black men don't provide for Black households.
Yeah,
so,
this is true.
And a lot of men forget that in society, that I hate to cut you off, Queen, but like a lot of people don't understand that you are not the man that you sit in your skin with. You are what society tells you are. So I know you're like, oh, I'm not that man, or I'm not this man, but no, you are, because when you're outlooked, you're looked at by those statistics.
And a lot of men, and don't ever forget, like, you have a lot of Black and brown men saying, no, why would I fully provide for a woman? What does she bring to the table, right? Like, that was the first question that I was asked on Radicals Live yesterday. They were like, all women want, you know, all women bring to the table is the poom poom. I'm like, okay, well, how about this? I bring everything to the table except the poom poom. You still want me?
Nope.
They was like, nope.
It's bullshit.
I was like,
that whole comment, BS.
I just feel like there's a lot of bitch ass niggas out here, man, to be honest with y'all.
You know what? I want to say peace to everybody. You know, like, I really been wanting to say a lot, but I didn't get the chance to. But first off, I really want to give a commend to Eddie. Like, we haven't met. My name is Britt. I'm also go by Goddess Energy 555. I want to commend you, brother, because it's beautiful that you are, you know, uplifting Joey, and, you know, you have a outlet for him, and you're going to be emailing him. And I think more men should come together and have open discussions together on, you know, how to build, you know what I'm saying? How to build, how to be masculine, how to, you know, just because I think that brotherhood is so important, as well as sisterhood. And then, you know, we could find a way to unite, to, you know, and talk. But yeah, I just want to give you your flowers, brother, because that's beautiful, and like, that's awesome, you know. But I also want to say, like, you know, with the whole, like, building a man, you know, like, listen, this is something I'm still trying to unlearn myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really young. I'm in my 20s, you know, so a lot of times, you know, I just want to say, I'm gonna keep it raw and uncut. A lot of brothers, listen, I know you might hear some women say, I want a provider. You might think she's a gold digger. But listen, get your ego out of it and boss up. You know what I'm saying? Boss up, because this world, this is a man's world, like they say. You know what I'm saying? There's so many opportunities for you. There's so many opportunities for you to be the best man you could be. You know what I'm saying? And just boss up. Like, don't just feel like, you know, oh, this woman's a gold digger, this, that, and the third. Like, you want that woman to suffer, though? Like, do you want her to, you know, like, you want to feel like a man? You know what I'm saying? So,
And
yeah,
go ahead.
what were you gonna say?
And I think that men forget the idea of a provider. So when women of color specifically speak, just because they're bred to be so independent, the majority of them are speaking about providing for the offspring that men have put in them. So they're not asking you, the majority of them, to go majority, they're not asking you to provide for them and their children. They're asking you to provide for the child that you guys have had, which is not that hard. And when you and even when you look at marriages, women still work, and that's why the wealth combined is so important. It has become so important, and men have lacked, because women have like tried to like compete with the wealth of men. So when you look at together, like they're looking at each other like, well, who's going to buy his ticket, and who's going to buy this, and who's going to buy this? At the end of the day, it's still a man's job when it comes to a child. Like, I get that you hold them accountable. I get that you like letting a woman know, like, hey, babes, like, can you provide for your phone bill and because I want to make sure that little Tommy is going to the best schools in the fucking district. A woman would be like, hell fucking yeah, go ahead. You know what I mean? And the women who don't say that, the women in her community will address that.
Now,
because it's go ahead.
So sometimes I start to believe that this is only some online complaining BS, because I don't know about y'all, but it sounds like there's a lot of piece of shit people out there. I feel like all my friends, they're, you know, Afro Caribbean and African American, right? So, and I feel like they usually get the people they want. It's usually people that lack self confidence, or they just love being abused by someone. They're what you call that masochist, that are in these bad relationships. Now, the other thing, when men say, "Oh, what do you bring to the table?" The issue is that there's a plethora of women that do bring a lot to the table. So, as a man, which one do you think I'm gonna choose? I'm gonna choose the one that's better for me, or the one that has more to offer than you do. So I think that like no one is looking like men. I feel like the dichotomy is just
Can I
unbalanced.
say this? Can I say this, Spider?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Can I say this,
I feel like
Spider?
the
Let me say this.
dichotomy. But let me just finish my point. I feel like the dichotomy is unbalanced because just because a man isn't gonna be able to take care of her for her to be a stay-at-home mom, it doesn't mean that he's not gonna do his part and do his as a man. Because and you know, Eddie,
That's a
that
good point.
I do believe that as a man, internally you want to take care of the house, right? But we know in the economy we live that maybe not possible, right? But it's important for a man to know his role. And yet, any man is lying if he's saying that he doesn't want to.
Can I say this?
Take care of his woman. I'm saying.
Can I say this? The real problem is the woman is supposed to ask for expectations. The man is supposed to set out the guidelines of the expectations. So for a man to ask a woman, what does she want from him is the problem. Is the problem. Because the women are automatically setting the expectations to her standards when the men are supposed to put the outliers. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of women who don't mind working and helping a man provide for their community. There's a lot of women. There's the majority of women don't mind working to build with you. But
That's
at
true.
the end of the day, there's a lot of men who don't set the foundation. Like a man, even if women and men are both working, the men is supposed to still set the guidelines of what y'all supposed to do to better your future for your legacy. And men are not doing it. That's the problem.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, can I make this comment too, Goddess? Can I say it real quick? I just want to make this comment to Goddess. Goddess, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I want to say thank you for for the compliment you made yesterday on the video you heard about about my story and everything. I hope I didn't affect you, make you feel any type of way. I just want to I just feel like what I do is I try to bring more liberation to my woman's life, because I seen you already heard stuff what I said, so I don't have to repeat myself. But I just witnessed too much that I just feel like, in my personal opinion, that I feel like I'm doing the right thing just by just allowing the woman to be more liberated than it's just hindering. You know what I'm saying?
Your name is Joel, right?
No, Joey.
Joey.
Yes.
Do you know, when I think of liberation, I think of freedom, right?
Yeah, freedom.
I think of change, and I think of like a new beginnings, and I think of positives. So when you think about a woman who is providing for the family and she's on the corner doing what she needs to do, or providing with other men, that doesn't sound like liberation. Liberation, the ideology of liberation, that the new liberation that is projected from the media, is not the liberation you should be focused on. Research the word liberation before it was put out by this new rhetoric that women are supposed to provide, or women are supposed to do most of it, or women being liberated in general. And look at what liberated means. Liberation means freedom.
I know what it means, Eddie. I was just letting God just know that I just feel like I was doing the right thing, allowing the woman to be free from herself instead of being caged.
No one said that you would. No one said
Right.
that you were doing the wrong thing, because at the end of the day, the wrong thing specifically can tell you like what you were taught. Like if I'm taught all my life to like rob people or like kill people, like that doesn't mean that I'm wrong, because I was taught that all my life. That's what I was supposed to do. That's society's thought process of what was wrong. I wasn't taught to be in society. I was taught to fend for the person who I was taught by. I'm a man who don't believe in 50-50. I think women should be hypergamous. My issue is that
I,
women have a
like I said, I
problem.
believe a woman should be hypergamous, but I just feel like a woman should never deal with the average Joes. I try to, put a prime example. Like I said, I'm not the richest man. I'm not wealthy. You know what I'm saying? I don't come from a wealthy family. You know what I'm saying? I come from a broken, dysfunctional home, but I choose not to be like the average guys out here that I witnessed. Just like God is know my story. She heard half of the stuff I went through. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay,
I just go ahead, Goddess.
I got a lot to say. All right, brother Joey, I really think that, I respect your story. I don't judge, but I do think that you could try
Hold
to
on,
open your
hold on.
mind.
Before you talk, Goddess. I
Mm-hmm.
just want to say this. I need right now. I need the men on the platform to get up on this platform right now and to support this brother. So if you guys are on a live and you watching, I know you love the drama, but here's the time where we need men to hold what we need to do to help men in our society. Here's your job. So if you guys are on a live right now, here's your time to make a difference. Get up on this live and make a
A lot
change.
of background noise. What up?
Yeah.
Well, let Goddess
Okay.
talk. Let God
It's better
let
now.
Goddess talk.
I'm just saying after Goddess.
Okay, so the first thing I want to say is I'm not judging you, bro. Like at first, when I first heard your story yesterday, I was like, "Damn, this is a lot." But as you were talking, I'm like, "Wow, to me, you humanized a what's it called? You humanized a industry that I really was just, I have my eyes set on it, and I still do. I still feel like, I'm very spiritual, so I feel like, women is we're not just liberated by our sexuality. You know what I'm saying? I think that there's more to us when we tap into our feminine energy, and it's not just with sex. So what I challenge you to do is to think about different ways women can be liberated beyond her sexual, what she does sexually. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing.
And
Now another, what
but
were you
I
gonna
was
say?
I did mention about femininity. Like I was just saying that there's more to the table than just sex, and then just money, and I just care about the relation I have with the woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that sex is the
Okay.
only way to be tapped
You,
by base femininity. I just think that's like the small element to it, but there's more to it when you bring out
universe,
the best out the woman. That's what I was trying to say. But that's how I feel like, because I witnessed, I have that experience. I seen
universe.
I seen women. I seen women. What can they do? I saw the power of what women can do. You know what I'm saying? Like UT said earlier, women has the power to make a difference. You know what I'm saying? And I believe in that.
Right.
And I
Very
saying it
true.
like because
Universe.
I brought out the best of the girls that I dealt with.
Universe.
And that's all I want to tell you, guys. You know?
Yes.
Oh,
Universe.
okay.
Did any
Okay.
men join the platform?
So there's CNR right here, artist Bob Stone, but that's it. Everybody that is
So
backstage.
this is my perfect example of like what I talk about, like making change in the community, like
Yo,
and
what's
to
up?
make a difference and to move on. So you, Miss Universe, can you do me a favor? Because I want to prove a point. Can you
Yeah.
drop everybody except for you, even drop me, who's not a man, and let the men talk to him right now?
Okay. So you
Drop,
want so drop everyone who's not a man.
yeah, including me,
Okay, including you. Okay. All right.
challenge the men to come up here and talk to the show.
Okay, so I challenged artist Bob Stone and Fighter Complex.
No,
Okay.
well, no. I'm talking about the men who
But
are in the chat right now.
Oh, and any man that's
but
in the chat. So even Macho, I see Macho is here. We have Frankie. Frankie's here. Like, here's the link. The link is right here. You can come up. I'll drop out. Wait, who just dropped
but
out? Oh,
Goddess
Eddie
had
just
to.
dropped out.
Goddess was supposed to make a comment, y'all. She was gonna
Oh,
make her last comment.
okay. Thank you, Joey.
Okay. All right. You know what? Let
Mhm.
me just say this before everything. I just want to say, that I think that I heard you say, fighter, that it may not be possible. Like, I challenge you to change your mindset, because anything is possible. Like, I know a lot of times they make it seem like us, us Afro Latinos, us melanated people, like that we cannot, you know, achieve wealth. Yes, we can. You know what I'm saying? Start tapping into learning about wealth. I mean, I don't know your situation, but this is just to everyone. All of my, melanated brothers, my black brothers, Black sisters too. We need to increase our financial literacy. We
And
have
you
to
know what?
learn about this.
You know what, Goddess? You know, those white people got all of their wealth from us, you know, from our labor. So we have to understand how to keep our wealth within our community.
Right.
Or what I meant by that, like life, if you're gonna get wealth, right?
Okay, I'm gonna drop out. Wait, Fighter, there are 2 more men here. I'm gonna drop out. Goddess, I'm gonna drop you out.
Okay.
And I challenge the men to, I guess, just talk to Joey. Okay. All right. So I'm out.
All right. Peace.
All right. So the comment I was gonna make was, I never said I don't believe in that. What I wanted to say was that if someone is gonna be wealthy, that means on the other hand, someone has to be in poverty, and that life is a competition. Everyone isn't going to make it. You know, everyone can't be wealthy. That's impossible if you understand how economy works. I was just saying that I feel like online everyone has this more fantasy Disney type mentality where they want that knight in shining armor to come save them. But in reality, most women actually they don't want to stay at home and not work. They want to go out and vote. They want to go and be part of society. They don't want to be, you know, governed by a man at home. That's all I'm saying.
Well, like I said, y'all, like, you know, y'all already heard my story yesterday. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, I got more stories to tell, but
Joey,
you got a lot of background noise, comic.
Yeah, I'm here. Who said?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, it's like a lot of background.
No, I don't think it's my back. I don't think it's for me.
You real quick. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not for me, is it? No, because my stuff, all my
no,
stuff is.
CNR, we can still hear you. It's just like a little static in the background. We can still talk.
Let me see. Yeah, I think it's because you're bringing someone else in or something. But I didn't like what I was hearing with. You think you're empowering the women under your charge? The entire thing is a little bit confusing because I wasn't there for I wasn't privy to the previous conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But Joey, you have women under your charge right now?
No. I only have a female friend I have a chemistry with.
No,
I don't
but
have any female.
You said you're a pimp, something like that.
Yeah.
Did I completely miss that?
I could just correct you what I said earlier, if you don't mind. You want me to say what I had to say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so like earlier, Eddie asked me a question if I'm pimping right now, and I said like no, like I was just saying is that I have a friend who I have a chemistry with, but back then I did, you know what I'm saying? When I was 16, 17, 18, 19, you know? It's just that what I'm basically saying, I got addicted to the game, that I just feel like I was doing the right thing because my mom is a prostitute. You know, I come from, you know, dealing with family members who participate that lifestyle. So just a reminder, just letting you know, I was just saying about women liberation by, like, you know, giving them freedom to be themselves. And like Eddie was saying, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I think you have a perverted. I don't mean perverted in a bad sense, but it's more like an upside down. That's how I mean perverted. You have an upside down view on what women's liberation is. I think there are two, to my knowledge, there are two versions of women's liberation, which is one, which would be the collective liberation of all women, and the second would be the personal choices, like personal liberation of each person down to a woman, right? So the intersection between those two is probably where you want to hover in between, right? The women that used to be under your charge, right? What are they doing? What are they doing now?
Well, I have an ex-girlfriend who just got her bachelor's degree. She's a social worker. You know what I'm saying? So she's getting married, not, you know, by next year, summer. So I'm actually congratulating her. But she was, you know, I was participating in lifestyle with her back then when we were 16, you know?
Yeah.
But, go ahead.
Do you know that Eddie had touched on this before, that there are other ways for a person, a female-bodied person to take advantage and sort of, and I don't like using that word wrongly, exploit, to sort of exploit their own youth and beauty for their own benefit without it's really hard to talk to you about this because it seems kind of personal, but for example, I'm an artist. One of the things that are in demand is stock footage from like female models, and the female models you find in magazines, it's starting to be overplayed, and we want normal women now, quote unquote, right? So women with more variations body types. So some of these women that you're talking about, instead of being out on the street and selling their bodies, they could have done, like, there are other ways you could have done and can still do that. Like, if you still know them, they can go into business for themselves as stock models for like the geekosphere and stuff like that, right?
CNR.
Can
I'm
I,
sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna give you a reminder of this.
Because can you guys
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah, I can
hear
hear you.
Eddie.
I can hear you. Eddie.
Yeah, I just want to let you, because I see a lot of ladies in the chat that they're really frustrated that we're not talking about hypergamy. But I just want to let. Hold on,
that was the topic.
No. Let me let me talk.
All right.
But I need a lot of ladies in the chat to understand that there's a shortage in hypergamy of men who are producing you guys, who are giving you guys hypergamy just because there are men not holding them accountable to that. So I get it that you guys want to learn hypergamy. That's great. We can do that. But at the end of the day, if there are not men producing hypergamous men, or men who are going to serve women to be hypergamous, your daughters will not have hypergamy. They're going to have non-wealth, and they're going to study the pathology that your grandmothers, that your great-great-grandmothers gave you, which is nothing. So you need to understand that. Like, I'm not trying to tell y'all to like step in and like be mad that men are talking, but understand, like, you have to still watch these things, because when you have a son, right, with a hypergamous man, and he's asking you these questions, right, you're going to need to be able to like refer him to his father, or refer him to a man who can give him these questions. I think. Wait.
Let Eddie finish.
I want to lose my thought.
Me and Miss Universe plan on doing a whole chapter on teaching you women how to date hypergamous, because me and Miss Universe does this daily. But at the end of the day, me and Miss Universe understands UniverseTrip. I'm sorry, I keep calling you Miss Universe like you old as fuck. When you're probably younger than me. But Miss Universe does this every day, and the problem why I'm in these spaces is because I realize that there's a shortage of men who are dating hypergamous or who are
women.
No, I'm talking about me.
So you're saying that there's a shortage of men in our community that we can practice hypergamy with?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, because like I said, like, I have an ex-girlfriend who chose me. Like I said, I ain't asked for this lifestyle. I had girls in my past that really, really wanted me to be their max for them. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, I didn't ask for this life. You know, I was just born into it. But like I said, hypergamy, like my ex, if it wasn't for me to elevate her to is, she would never got married because of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want her, I told her, go to school, go get your education, become great. You're better than this. You know what I'm saying? But my ex wanted me to, you know, to handle her, because she feel like as a woman, there's not a lot of men can handle her. So she chose me. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of guys like to manipulate, deceive, and lie to her just to get between her legs. That's why, you know, that's how I got started to the game at 16.
Father, you better jump in and tell your truth.
All right, so I tried to speak to him. I don't know if it was last night or the night before. I tried to speak to him, but like, yeah, there's a lot of background noise, man.
Let me mute myself and see if it goes away. Hold on.
Yeah, now, all right. So I tried to speak to him a couple nights ago or last night, whatever, and I tried to tell him, you know, that, you know, this is not good. This is not the right lifestyle you're going down, right? I mean, if you're in if you want to sell drugs, if you want to steal cars, if you want to credit card scam, yeah, there's a smarter way to do it. but it's not right in all. It's not the right thing to do because there's consequences for what you're doing. I mean, and we also had the other brother that he's older than you, Joey, and
Mhm.
he went through the same lifestyle, and he's a little older than you, and he said, "Yo, I quit. I quit because I said, I realized, it wasn't right. Like it wasn't right." And like even when Eddie brought up the great point that most women that are prostitutes, most of them, internally they're not happy. Maybe if you're a nympho or something, or you're a porn actress, maybe you're okay with that, but everyone isn't like that because honestly, I feel like sex shouldn't be used as a tool just to get money, like currency. Because you say that you become a 5%er. I'm very aware of the knowledge of 5%ers, right? Gods and
Yeah.
earth, nation of
Yeah.
gods and earth. And so then
Yes.
they teach you about culture, right? And
No,
family.
I'm about to be part of culture.
No. Can we do this? And I'm not trying to cut
Okay.
you off, Joey.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Eddie.
Who's the new man who's on?
Oh, my name is Alex.
So can you speak, Alex? And then we're gonna
Yes.
we're gonna grab each other's email afterwards, and then we're gonna like move on from the next topic, and we're gonna talk all together. Whoever wants to join the Zoom call, men only. Then we'll talk about this later, and then we'll bring it back to women because this is a woman's space. But Alex, I want you to jump in and like give your full on opinion, no holding back.
My opinion is on the whole hypergamous thing.
No.
So we can't speak. We can't have.
No. But
No, we're trying to talk to Joey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not done with Joey yet, by the way. But
Okay, go ahead.
So wait, hold on. What are we doing? Are we talking about hypergamy? Or are we talking about Joey?
Yeah,
no, we're talking to Joey.
We made a time for Joey.
Because I got thoughts for Joey. Joey, no one, even though you thought you were empowering these women that were under your charge. No one gains from sexual exploitation. Even like people going on porn sites, they lose too, because then they get bad ideas of what real life relationships are, and then the people who are being sexually exploited, obviously they lose as well. So if you have a chance to basically interact with or protect, quote unquote, a woman or women who are under your charge, if that opportunity comes again, try to look for a way that does not involve sexual exploitation and that they can empower themselves. And the main impetus of that is, what's the earliest I can remove myself from the equation, and so that this person can empower themselves, right? So you get what I'm saying, Joe?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, like what's the quickest way I can empower them, right? With some, like, bring them up on some game or whatever, and then I can remove myself from the equation, and they can do for themselves. And hopefully, it does not involve sexual exploitation, self exploitation, and otherwise.
Wow, thank you, artist. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Alex, you go ahead.
I'll go
because we got to get back to the ladies soon. They getting frustrated.
Yep. No problem.
And do I sound better now? Do you guys like? Because I know a lot of people are complaining.
You always sounded good to me. I think the static was me. I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm gonna mute my mic right
now. But Alex, it's your turn. You have about like 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, I'm Alex. So my whole thing is on the hypergamous. Now I believe in it. Like I have sisters. I told them, just like when I go on every single date since I've had a job since I was 18, every single date that I go to, I always pay for it, and I feel weird when a woman even like attempt to try to pay for my dates. And I preach the same thing to my sisters. Whenever you accept a man's invitation for a date, he's supposed to pay. Because that's what I've been around. My uncles, my family, the man is the main provider. That's all I've been around. So even in my
Alex, where are you from specifically?
I'm
Because
from
what part of
well,
Africa are you from?
no, I'm not African. I'm Haitian. I'm from Haiti originally.
What part of Haiti? What like? Are you guys not in tribes there?
What happened?
Are you guys like? Because I'm from the Caribbean too. So like, are you guys not in tribes there?
No, there's no tribes there.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm just like a little ignorant to these things. I just want to make sure.
No. Yeah. So my uncles, they are men who are very driven, very motivated. They're high earners, and I see their lives like women on their life don't really have to worry about um any financial responsibilities in the household and things like that. But I do see the type of women they are with. The family household have roles and gender roles and stuff. There's some type of traditional aspect of it on the woman's side. And what I've seen, I'm in my late 20s now. And I'm at the age where I am looking to take the next stage in my life and trying to find somebody to get married and stuff like that. But what I'm seeing is that women want, that's me personally from my dating experience. Women want the hypergamous relationship, but I do see that there is an issue when there's certain things that are required of them.
Hold
As far
on. Hold on.
Mhm.
Miss Universe, I think it's great. Like, I'm not trying to like control your platform. But like, I would drop everybody but me, you, and the man who's talking right now.
Okay, I'll do that.
Just drop everybody.
All right, let's talk.
Okay, so specifically, what do you mean? Like, there's a difference between a woman who are hypergamous or who are trying to date hypergamous?
Yes, there's some traditional aspects of it, like as far as in the women, like men who are. I'm speaking from my experience, from what I've known, from what I've been around. Men, or let's say, for example, the taking care of a household, taking care of the kids and stuff, and cooking things like that. Those are I am expecting those things because that's what I've been around. I probably sound like old schools and things like that. Maybe I'm ignorant and stuff like that to it, but I am kind of expecting that, and that's been a problem on my dating experience.
So
Can you?
can you go into detail about the requirements that you have
Right.
and your expectations?
Right. So me personally, I'm speaking when I imagine me marrying and stuff like that, I'm out kind of how my life is working right now. Like I'm out all day. I'm working 14 hours a day most of the time, running my company, and you know, I am. I feel like the way a woman can assist me in my life, because I want to have kids and stuff, is just taking care of the household and cook the whole traditional side.
Hold on,
Side.
hold on, wait. Before you get in, like Alex specifically, because I can tell like by your mentality, and I know like since you're a man who comes from the Caribbean side and you're making your way to America, and I know that men are pressured coming from the Caribbean to be high value men, not for women just to carry on their family legacy.
Right.
So I want to know, like, what's your idea? Because that doesn't happen a lot. Of what's your idea of a traditional woman, or what a woman that you want specifically, not like the American side. What you want, and don't hold back. Just specifically tell, even if it's not part of my rhetoric.
Right. What I want is also what I want is that just that I want a traditional family and household where I take care of everything else, and then my household, my kids, and everything is taken care of. And what I'm dating, because I don't just date people from my community, I date from not just the Caribbean, African. Um, I date African women, even some white women too. Um, what I'm seeing, like,
You swore a word. No, I'm kidding. You're good. You're good. You're good.
right,
You love who
what
you
I'm
love.
seeing from women, especially on my age range in the mid to early 20s where I date, there's this disconnect there where the traditional side of woman's role feels offensive to them if you're asking that of them.
That's deep, honestly. And I completely agree actually.
I
You know,
can't your
can you
your
hear
mic
me?
echoes now.
Okay, let me try it. Hold on.
Yeah, you're clear now.
How about now? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Listen, brother, I definitely understand. And I think that, like I was saying earlier, even, I'm in my 20s as well. And I think that there is, we don't really know, like, like, look, listen, I'm Afro Latino, I'm Afro Brazilian, and I'm Guyanese. So I got the Caribbean and I got the Latin. So, you know, I understand, you know, I understand the values, you know what I'm saying? But as an American, a chick from Queens, I was it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like as women, we a lot of us, especially the ones in our 20s, the millennials, Gen Z or whatever they call it, the younger ones, there is this disconnect and there is a lot of us are confused. Like we don't really know what the heck what the heck we really want or what the heck we should do because it's like, all right, yes, a lot of women I think that also it's hard for me to articulate it, but pretty much what I'm saying is even if you look back in the day, right, like in the 50s, where the traditional roles were put in place, right, which I think is beautiful. I didn't always think that. I used to feel like I would have to be Miss Independent, but now I'm really starting to see the beauty of, being a wife, being, a mother, and, allowing a man to be a leader because I think that is beautiful. But I think that what happens and what's causing the confusion now is because a lot of women they feel suppressed. You know what I'm saying? And there women they are even though they're beautiful, they could be beautiful mothers, they could be beautiful wives. She does have more to her than that. However, a really wise quote that I heard, I think it was from Minister Louis Farrakhan or something like that, where he was like, a woman, her 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 place is not in the kitchen, but that is her base. And I think that is so beautiful
Mm,
because a
mm.
lot of us a lot of us were taught like, even when you look at jokes, they'll say like, listen, I've worked in a male-dominated industry before. Like I told you, I honestly think me as a type of woman, I'm very balanced. You know what I'm saying? I have logic, but I have emotions. But what I'm learning to do is use my logic to balance my emotions and to really, you know, tap into my feminine energy more. You know what I'm saying? And really understand that and bask in it, because but anyway, I just want to say like working in a male dominated industry and I've come across a lot of women that were masculine and a lot of times they get offended by these things because they feel like you're trying to suppress them. But what they don't understand is that is a foundation and there is beauty within that. There is beauty within making a home and being a wife and being a mother,
And even
you right.
and even the masculine women who go into these who like let's say let's because I know a lot of I'm gonna talk from the men's side. Even the masculine women who like say are lesbians, they assume the position of a man and they decide to still provide for the more feminine figure. So
Right.
let's talk about it. Let's if we're gonna be real, let's
It's
be
Right.
all
real.
energy at the end of the day. It's all energy. Like even if you want to say the man is, the woman's being masculine, nine times out of ten, they're going for someone that's feminine. You know what I'm saying? But like it's all energy, like from how I'm looking at it, and I think that if you are, like, let's keep it real, because there's some women, maybe they just want to be masculine, you know what I'm saying? Maybe and there's some, men that want to be feminine, but I think that you have to understand what it is that you want, and you have to get with someone that fits that, you know what I'm saying? And,
Right.
yeah, what are you going to say?
So
University,
I
you
have,
tired?
yeah, I'm sleepy. So I just want to ask Alex a question. So Alex, you're expecting to be a full-on provider for a family, and you're expecting the woman to take on the more traditional role. Like, what roles are they? Like, what are all the roles?
Again, the traditional goals, as far as when I do have kids, um, I would prefer. I don't want to put my kids in daycare.
Right. That's a great
I
point.
don't-
I
Ooh,
absolutely,
That's
that's a real, no, that's real. That's a
you
real
going
man.
deep.
right.
Yeah.
I don't.
I like the sound of that though. I like the sound of that.
Again,
You
I
can't
want
trust
to.
these daycares
Right.
I'm
You
nowadays.
know what,
mentally
Eddie?
I'm mentally I'm mentally frustrated because when you talk about and I'm not trying to like Alex, where were you born?
I was born in Haiti, but I grew
Okay.
up here. I came here when I was 12. So
So
um,
like when and I'm not trying to like segregate like the men who were born here, but when you look at men who are outside of America, that they have this ideology that a lot of men who are in the dominant society want to happen. They don't want women to be like and it's okay. It's okay if you want to be professional and you want like to own your own career. Like I love that. That's great. But at the end of the day, like understand that there are some men who, when it comes down to standards, like if you decide to be a woman who is going to run a corporation, understand that you still are, and this is me holding women accountable, that you are still going to be expected to do your womanly duties when you come home, no
Right.
matter
right.
what man that you
Right.
have.
And that's
That
kind of
makes
what
sense.
I wanted to ask actually. So I think what a lot of men underestimate when they ask their women to go 50-50 is the amount of labor that is placed on the woman. So what you're
Mhm.
saying is you expect that woman to leave the home, work up under some other man 8 hours a day, and then come back home and do a bunch of domestic labor like cooking, cleaning, child rearing. I mean, understand that these jobs alone, like if your woman became a nanny, she could make six figures alone. If your woman became a chef and had her own cooking services, she could make six figures alone. If your woman went out the house and had her own cleaning services, she could make six figures alone. So you're asking your woman to do a lot of work. So to ask her to leave the house and to also bring money into the household and have your hand out asking for half of the rent at the end of the month is crazy, especially if this woman has had your child.
And
Right. And
especially
that's
when you didn't
that's
set
true.
that standard from the beginning,
Right.
especially when you said that you wanted a woman who's supposed to be feminine. I understand the ideology of a woman who's feminine and a woman who's supposed to be a stay-at-home mom. She's only supposed to provide for those kids you have at home, or supposed to provide like food for you, or supposed to provide for you when you get home, not financially.
Mhm.
Right.
Right. I
Right.
agree with those sentiment, but I do agree. But I
No,
have
hold
a
on, hold on, no. Before you go, like explain, universe, like explain what daycare is. So, Princess.
Yeah, so La Princess so La Princess is asking what is daycare. So in America, because a lot of households have two working parents and one parent isn't actually able to stay home and raise very small children, they will put these very small children into these little centers with other children and Lord knows who else to like, watch these children while they go to work. It's kind of like school, but it's just it's like a center for babysitting when the parents can't do it.
Yeah, but Macho Man, like you under like so when you say that women are not supposed to do like housework if she's like being a provider too, but like the like let's stop let's we're not in a society that you create. We're in a society that was created for us. So for you to say that's not okay. Like a woman still and that's why I want women to step back and let men provide, because at the end of the day you can't do both. And
Mhm.
a woman's role is more important in a kid's life than a man is. Even
Right.
though a man's role is more important to, especially in sons and daughters' lives. But like a man can come home and just kiss his daughter every night and just hug her and love her and say I love you, and that will be much different than a woman being there and teaching her daughter femininity for the rest of her life.
Right.
Right.
And Xena says, I've never had to put my kids in daycare, thank God. Yeah, I mean, horrible things can happen to kids at daycare. You know, you have kids can get sick, maybe they're mistreated, maybe, and then on top of that, like, so there's the risk of, your child maybe being abused or mistreated or maybe getting sick, but also, like, you have children being more attached to the daycare workers than their own mothers because they don't see their mothers often. So you have, kids being more attached to their teachers, to their to their care providers and not their own parents.
That's sad.
This was like a really good conversation. Like, this was crazy. I didn't expect it to go like this because I was expecting a lot of men to be more resistant. But I'm glad that like men like Alex and the other men who come in this platform, except for the men who were just so focused on my sexuality, which is a little weird for a man to do that.
Right.
But I'm glad that men like Alex came up because that's what women are asking for. They're asking for the expectations, but men are so focused on what they say, what the minority of women say about them in the media, but they're not focused on. Women are basically asking you, especially colored women, on what you want from them.
Right. Well, Alex, I hope you encourage other young men around your age to take on this mindset as well.
Actually, I do, because the young man that works for me, that's the way we do it. Like, I expect, I also coach them in life and things like that. You are supposed to take that role, be a leader, be a provider, and stuff like that, and grind and go hard to be the provider that your family deserves. But what I'm saying is, I hope like channels like yours are also teaching women that are asking for men to be providers to know exactly what men that are providers are looking for.
Universe, how long you gonna be live for?
So I'm ready. So Fighter actually put in the chat. I'm gonna bring it up. Fighter said he's going live
At like a half hour. I'm going live.
I'm gonna go live too.
Damn. You're gonna scoop all the women over there because you're gonna. They don't want women.
I will go.
Eddie,
Hold on.
Eddie, get me. You've been talking for 5 hours. Let me talk, man. Listen, women. I think yes, women are hearing what they want to hear, but if women want to hear like the truth, a balanced truth, tune in at 11:30. Just for a balanced truth.
But this was the truth. Like, men came on.
Eddie.
Goddess, what's your IG?
My IG?
Yes.
Oh, it's the same as my my YouTube. Goddess Energy 555.
Okay.
But let's break this up. Let's break this up since Universe is tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Fighter, I will join your live as long as like people are respectful there. I will leave.
Yeah,
and I will take the woman with me too.
Yeah, but I just gotta do something real quick. That's why I put 11:30 because I gotta go do something real quick. So
okay, but like we can talk about hypergamy for because the women that have been asking. Well, I mean, like Miss Universe, we can talk. Oh, that's beautiful.
So, artist Bobstone, what are you doing?
That's artist Bob Stone's.
Yeah, I don't know why he added this, but
yeah,
he's working on this for like an hour.
Yeah, that's what he does. He does art. He does like comic book style art.
Wow. It's beautiful.
Okay. Hey,
but fighter, I'm not finna join your live, and you're gonna have all these men disrespecting me.
I'm not. I mean, no. Balanced, man. Balanced, baby. That's all I'm about.
Wait, let's keep it.
Fighter, but
real.
Fighter, you're not balanced.
Because I will leave. I will go to sleep. And you know what kills me about you, Fighter? I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm gonna keep it real for the ladies in the chat too. Fighter when he finds the woman that he loves, he's going to provide for her too.
Oh yes, I
Well,
will.
hold on.
Yes, I
At the
will.
end of the day, that he like a lot of other men, they perpetuate this negative data that you women, and I'm gonna blame the woman for this because you guys absorb it and you take it and you run with it. That think that a man doesn't understand that his job is to provide. If a man seriously, and I'm gonna keep it real, if a man seriously like feels that his job is not to provide, you shouldn't have babies with this man at all.
I mean,
Honestly, I
absolutely.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I didn't always feel that way. I used to think, like 50-50, stuff like that. But now I'm like, you know what? Because how I look at it is like, even if, okay, let's say I'm doing 50-50 with a guy, right? And I'm working, I'm balanced, right? And then when I have a kid, you mean to tell me when I'm pregnant, you want me to go out and work still?
Yeah,
You
now
want me to homeschool
Yo,
this
it's the
this
worst thing.
this
I've seen
you
women
know?
at Home Depot. I've seen women at Home Depot 7 months pregnant, and I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
whoever
It's
got you
sad.
pregnant is horrible.
I've seen that.
got it. We will speak on that. Come join my live.
Okay, I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna definitely tap
I
in.
want to hear CNR. What you have to say?
No. I've seen. I was just echoing that. I've seen that. Whether it's like Walmart or whatever, and
Yeah, I don't
the
think she
women are
should have to
pregnant.
do that.
Yeah, they're pregnant and on their feet and doing stuff like that. Even like, what was it, IHOP? One of those places I went to eat, and it was a pregnant woman coming there with a pad taking the orders and stuff like that. That didn't seem right.
Yeah.
So
CNR, what is this that you got right here? This art.
oh, that's a commission I'm doing for somebody.
Did you know that you shared this on the live?
I wanted to remove my other stuff. No, I didn't know that you guys were gonna put it up on the screen, but I used that instead
Remove
of
that
the other
man's.
stuff.
All right, let him finish.
I mean, I didn't know. I was like,
Um,
what is this?
but seriously, in the chat, I need all the men in this platform to make sure that they are emailing me because, like, as men, even me as a gay man, I will take it that we do need to do some work in our community. No matter if every melanated man, I don't give a damn what you came from. We have to all stick together because at the end of the day, in America, they all consider us as one group.
One big nigga.
Yeah. Well, period.
One big nigga, yo.
Period. Even me. Because
Yeah, yeah.
I know I have some privilege just because I'm part of the LGBT community. But I know when I come in your communities, they still consider me a nigga.
Yep, that's true.
All right, so we're gonna say our final words, and we can head out and go to Fighters Live, and then Eddie's Live, or whatever.
No, I'm gonna let Fighter go live.
Yeah,
I'm a little tired.
I'm going live at 11:30 because I got to do some work first.
As long as Fighter respects me,
So-
but I'll go last. I'll be the last one to talk.
Okay, all right, go ahead. Fighter, last words.
My last word is
Eddie is right.
follow my Instagram, Fighter Complex 7. Follow my YouTube, Fighter Complex 7. And guys, let's not think so extreme here. Let's not have this movie fantasy type thing where, oh yes, I'm gonna be the sleeping beauty and a man is gonna come and rescue me and kill 20 dragons and just take care of me. Every woman is not going to get that.
Which nobody in this platform said that they would.
You're a little muffled, Fighter.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait, before you do so, I'm sorry. I know you want to.
I'm about to go.
Let TOR come on soon because he wants to like join. Let him join.
All right.
No, but like everybody can still go.
Okay, and just at approximately 11:35 p.m. I will be going live. Goddess, please come. Joey, please come. Bob Stone, Eddie, and Trip. If you're not sleeping, join, please. Also,
Gotcha.
thank you, everyone.
Okay, bye. See ya.
Have a splendid night.
Bye.
Universe, you look good tonight.
Oh, thank you. I was tired though. People like, "Ooh, something wrong with you." I know I'm really tired, but I was arguing too hard yesterday. Arguing. Wait, is this artist Bobson? Are you that comic guy?
Yeah, that's my aggressive personality over there.
Yo,
You
why
ready?
you on my live, yo?
Why am I one?
Why you got Dusties on my live? You like a Dusty in disguise. Anyway,
I'm a troll, man.
Say your last words.
I don't
She's
think
singing
I
my
can.
style.
I don't think I could say anything more profound than the stuff that's been said before. But with Joey, like, if you could get in contact with some of the people that used to like work for you, like get on Gumroad, and you could put photos, and artists like us, we use that stuff, and that's money. It's legit money, and it's not nudes or anything like that. So that's my 2 cents.
Okay. All right. Bye.
All right.
Guys, make sure you please, the men in this platform, including Radical Latino, understand that we have to do our manly duties and talk to our man, a man who was on here who was asking for help. So please email me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you out.
I want to say something real quick about that pregnancy thing that Eddie was talking about. Yo, no lie. I will do if I get a girl pregnant, best believe my machismo side is gonna come out. She's not working. Fuck out of here. No. She's staying.
Okay.
Son, she is staying in the crib. Fuck that. No, I'm doing everything in my power so I could provide. You feel what I'm saying?
Radical. I know you wouldn't.
That shit is crazy. Like
crazy.
I dare feel some type of way when I see women, or like, you know what I'm saying, in C-Town while pregnant, still doing, like, I understand not all women have male providers, but yo, I swear to God, be like, y'all could probably hear it in my voice. I get tight, son. When if I get a shorty pregnant, that you will see me, so my toxic masculinity will come out and be like, nah, you're not leaving.
Child, what are you
Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? No. Listen, call it whatever y'all want. I'm dead. I'm dead gonna be like, nah, you're gonna sit here. I'm gonna take care of what you need. Just tell me what you need. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. That's all I gotta say, because that shit dead got me just heated just now.
Well, I'm happy you shared that. That's what women look for. But anyway.
Right.
All right. Is that it, Radical?
Yeah, that was basically it. My fault. I'm out.
All right. So we have a new person, Joel.
Peace, Joel.
Joel, actually. Joel.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Joel.
Okay.
Peace,
What would you like to say?
Wait, Ash. What? Universe? Let him go last. Let somebody else go next. He'll go last.
Okay, 1 second. Joey, last words.
Oh no, nothing. I'm about to dip anyway, so I'll be in Fighters live. He want me to join his live.
Okay, all right. I'll see you over there. All right, bye, Joey.
Bye.
All right, Goddess, what's up?
Okay, I don't know if Radical Latino's still in here, but there was something I really wanted to say when he was talking about, he doesn't understand why, black women say this or black men say this when when Latino women say that they don't want to date their own, right? I think that this stems from self-hatred. If I'm a black woman, right, and I'm gonna say I don't date black men, that would never come out of my mouth, because I love my blackness. You know what I'm saying? I love it so much. So why would I say it? Think about it. When people say these things, a part of them doesn't like, they are that. Why would they say they wouldn't date that? You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to be like, I'm open-minded, I'll date other races, whatever. But for you to be like, I don't date Spanish men, I'll date Latino men, and you're Latino, then you hate a part of yourself. You don't like a part, or maybe you don't like your daddy or something. But you are your daddy. You have his blood. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we should look at everybody as a collective and stop, saying, especially ourselves, and just look at ourselves and reflect and be like, why am I saying this? But that's the last thing I want to say. I love the conversation. I'm gonna be in Fighters Live, and have a great night to everyone. All right.
Okay.
Peace.
Thank you. Thank you for coming, Goddess.
Thank you.
All right. Bye. See ya.
Bye.
All right. So, Mr. Joel, what's up?
What's up? I got interested. My sister told me title.
Date up or stay
single.
Oh yeah.
I got interested. I wanted to join, but y'all about to end.
Well, we're about to have a lot of lives where Black men can come up and defend their honor against their woman.
But just really quickly, Joel, I mean, if you want to say like some words of wisdom before we go, the floor is yours.
I think women should date, a good person. Shouldn't really look to necessarily date up. Nothing wrong with looking to have high value in a man, but I think they should look for a person instead of staying single or trying to date up.
Can I
take that? Let me just say this. Well, many women say they can do bad all by themselves. Like, what is the point of dating a man if your lifestyle isn't being elevated? But anyway, go ahead, Eddie.
So, Joel is your name, right? So when you date women, you look for women that are probably like above your means of like what you should date, right? You're on mute, so I can't hear you. Yep,
How do I mute?
You did great.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I look for a valuable woman.
Okay, so what's considered a valuable woman to you?
A woman I could trust. A woman that has strength. You know what I'm saying? If she's with you, she's with you. She's hardworking. She's her own person. You know what I'm saying? And if she's with you, she's with you.
So what makes you deserve that type of woman? Like, what do you provide so that you can deserve that type of woman?
Well, my all. If I say I got you, then I'm gonna fight for you.
No. Because and I'm not trying to like be rude to you or whatever, but you specifically gave things that for women. So I need you to give specific things that you have to do to counteract for those women. So what are you giving like specifically to make sure that a woman does that?
All right. So if I don't have anything, right? Let's say I got $0 in the bank. Having her is motivation for me to say I want to provide for my woman. But if she wants to leave me because I got $0 in the bank, because right now I don't got it, then I'm still a good person.
That's not what we said. So specifically, you gave a standard for a woman, right? You said that what you want, no matter if you're broke or rich, right? So what are you doing as a man to make sure that that woman is happy, or so that you can attract those women?
Well, number one, I would have to pay attention to my woman. Got to listen to my woman, and I got to know my.
I'm asking, what do you have right now? Because that's your standard of a woman right now. Like, what do you have to? Now, I'm not talking about like what you would have when you date her. I'm talking about specifically, what do you have right now to give to that woman for all those standards that you provided for her?
Myself. That's all I got. Myself. If she
know. Thank you.
Say that again.
I said that's fine. Thank you.
If she can't accept me, there's no real relationship. A relationship is about two people coming together.
Yeah, that's great. But you just gave a list of what a woman should do. Like you gave a whole paragraph of what women should do for you. But you decided to say for a woman that the only thing that she should expect from you is yourself. That's a problem.
No, I never said what she should do.
Do you have hold on. Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
Okay, so when you have your daughter, what would you tell her to expect from a man?
Oh man. Number one, he has to be for her. He has to be serious about her. If he loves her, then there's no other woman. There are other women out there, but that's who he's going to stick with.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say look for a man that's going to stick with you. He's going to fight for you. You know what I'm saying? Your battle is his battle. Your up is his up. Your down is his down. He's with you.
Oh, thank you for that, because that's exactly what I was asking for. I'm surprised that I had to pull teeth to get it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Your name is Joel, right?
Sir, yeah, yes.
So I would love for you to come on my live to talk about that. And this is what we talk about. And I know somebody probably gave you this live to think that we're like bashing black men, but understand, I no, but I'm telling you like the difference. So I specifically asked you like, what are you asking for your woman? But I had to dig into you specifically and ask you, what do you want from your daughter, to ask what do you want from woman. So understand that it's very confusing for a woman to know her place in society, because men are not telling her that. Like I had to like dig that into you, but I'm not gonna say it. Go ahead.
No, you bring a good point, because the truth is, the same has to be applied to men. You know what I'm saying? Men have to also be told their role in society as well.
But that's not even
but
my requirements. I specifically asked you, what do women need to do to be in your life? You gave me nothing until I specifically asked you, what would you want from your daughter from a man? That's a problem.
So for example, Joel,
got me there.
Wait, Joel, I'll say this. You know, you said in order for me to want a woman, she has to be strong, she has to have strength, she has to be hardworking, she has to be this, she has to be that. You were able to specifically list characteristics that you required, that you wanted. Now, when we said, what do you have to offer? You said, oh, just myself. You don't see it, and you don't see something wrong with that? You don't see an imbalance with that?
I would agree with you if that was the only thing I said. But I also said that if I got $0 in the bank and she want to leave me because I currently got $0 in the bank, and it's not like I don't have drive, it's not like I don't have plans, it's not like I don't have ambition. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to go somewhere.
Joel, let me ask you this though.
Let me say,
why is it fair? Wait, Eddie. Wait. I let you run this. Joel, let me ask you this. Why would you expect a woman to wait on a man to get his act together while she's sitting here wasting her youth and her beauty? She could just go date someone who already has his stuff together. Now, time isn't the same time is way more valuable for women, because women have a shorter cycle to, have children. We have a shorter fertility cycle to start. Nobody's really checking for a 6-year-old woman. Now, that's not like that for men. Men have a longer time span where they can have children. Men can have children in their 70s. So I would not advise a woman to sit around and wait for a man to actualize his potential, because she's wasting her time and her youth and her beauty.
I agree with you. That would be my loss if she leaves. I agree with you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that that's the problem in the community, is that men are not giving their woman specifically needs that they need, that are obtainable, that are simple. Because like you gave the standards that you gave for your daughter for a man are very simple in this society right now. And it's achievable if you would just give your woman. But like what I'm saying is that that's not happening.
Say that again, please.
What I'm saying is specifically the standards that you just gave for your daughter, right? Or your future daughter, is the standards that men in this society are not giving regardless.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that is the problem.
Like you have to understand that, like, and I'm not trying to like play you, because I know you're going to be a father in the future. You're probably going to be a great father. But understand that your daughter is going to be your daughter. You are going to be your daughter's first love, right? So you may tell her something, but if you're not providing that to her mom, mm-hmm. she's not going to expect that. Mm-hmm. Hold on. And because right now, like, and this is specific. Like you said that you gave no value to the woman that you're going to date or that you want to date. But then for your daughter, you have a higher standard. The daughter is not going to only look at what you say; she's only going to look at the standards that you abide by.
I agree with you. For me, primarily, whether I got money or not, in a relationship, it's about two people coming together.
The problem is not money. Like I know that we like to bring it back to that, and I know that just because like me and UniverseTrip teach hypergamy, but like we do understand in the future that it's going to be more about providing. But at the end of the day, you do know as a man that you're going to have to provide money for your family to survive, right?
Yes, I do understand.
So legitly, it is about wealth, not it's not about money. Because you can have, like, let's say I could be a drug dealer right now, and I can have $100,000, but I can be locked up, and that $100,000 can go away, right? Or 100 million can go away. But I'm talking about wealth that you can distribute to your parents. Like, women are not asking only; she's asking for a provider and somebody who can distribute wealth to your family. Or she can distribute that she can get a man who can provide money for her daughters and her sons, to provide daycare and things like that too. And is that so hard to ask for?
I don't think it's hard to ask for. I think we should also add that it is about wealth, as you said, but in addition, it's also about the person. So there should be more men who can provide for their women. It's not just about the person, as I said, and it's not just about the wealth, as you said. To put things together, there are categories that need to be there. There has to be a package.
Yeah, but then what you just said is what me and Miss Universe have been saying, like, in this whole live at the moment. Like, that's the problem with a lot of men in society, especially in colored communities. What happens is that they only focus on the money piece. Me and Miss Universe only talked about providing. And if you looked at providing in the dictionary, it has nothing to do with wealth, right? So, like, I get that there are some Black women or women that you have dated that have damaged you, but what me and Miss Universe are talking about is changes that can happen in community that's other than wealth. Even though money is a part of it, but there needs to be a change that happens, because you do know in society that there's a lot of men not providing for their kids regardless. Even if it's like just saying hello or good morning.
Manner. So please run it by me again. What is it that you're saying?
So what I'm saying is that men just need. So are you trolling? Or are you not?
I'm not trolling.
Okay. So because I don't want to explain myself, and then you just like ask me.
Look, can I say something? And let me just say something. So Joel, a lot of men expect women to just be with them for them, but a man would never be with a woman just for the woman. A lot of men are with women to gain sexual access and to get sex, right? Like you're saying, oh, well, a woman, wait. You're saying, oh, I don't want a woman to be with me. Well, if she leave me because I don't got no money, then, I'm still a good person. But the thing is, a lot of men they expect this woman to just be around whether they have money or not. But then on the one hand, if a woman did not provide sex to a man, that man wouldn't stick around. You understand? And these are two different things. Understand that when a woman has sex with a man, she literally risks her life. In America, Black women are 5 times more likely to die during childbirth than white women. Sex is literally a matter of life or death. No woman should have sex with a man unless that man is providing for her, because that mitigates that risk that she is taking when she allows you access to her body.
I agree with what you just said.
So that's it. Like, I mean, honestly, it's just a matter of like, there should be no finance. There should be no romance without finance, like ever.
And you know what? That's great. And I think that's a wonderful standard for me to give my future daughter if I ever have a daughter.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
I agree.
But also understand it wouldn't just be about the money, because there are categories. So I agree with what you're saying. And in addition, she also wants a good man that can provide. It's not just about he got money, and because he got money, then you're good to go with romance. There should be a connection.
Understand this, Joel. You're here and you're telling me it's just not about the money. It's just not about the money. But I'll just say this: men pursue relationships And when they have those relationships and they're only about sex, they don't complain. But when women are in relationships and they're just about the money, you also should not complain, because men will have plenty of relations and it's just about sex and no one bats an eye, okay?
You also have to understand. Let me say this. But you also have to understand, it's a little confusing, because when you say it's not about the money, I'll be like, oh shit, I agree with you, brother. But you also have to understand, like, when I see people in the industry, the majority of people who are in the industry who do make money, their first thought process, even when they're married to somebody in their society or in their community, the first thing that they do is divorce a woman or leave the woman who look like them for another woman when they do have money, and produce wealth in their community. Because understand, when you mix race, that wealth doesn't come back to your community, it mostly comes back into their community. That's why people who look like us don't have like generational wealth. Like if you look at Kobe Bryant's like kids, that will strictly go into Latino wealth, and his wife specifically made sure that happened. I mean, before he even passed away, 2 seconds later, she stripped his title and put her title on it, because she wanted to make sure that she was growing generational wealth in her community, not the Black community. And that goes for a lot of people in there. If you look at what's that man who just got what's that man what's his name? The one who got AIDS or HIV?
Oh, Magic Johnson.
Yeah, understand, he still has not passed that wealth to his children or to his wife, because he doesn't. It's something weird when it comes down to Black, and that's what we're discussing here, because we do see that there's a problem. If you look at the issues that are going, if you look at the basketball players, because people are going to be like, oh, it's not all basketball players. Oh, y'all just talking about that just because of the majority. But that's where the majority of the wealth comes from in our community. It comes from entertainment, right? So when I see our entertainers, the first thing that they do is when they get married, they don't marry a Black woman, or they don't like try to keep the wealth inside of the community or hire Black people. That's a problem, right? Can you give me like one entertainer or anybody who's rich who try to keep the wealth in the community and there was a problem? You're on mute.
Oh, can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
What was that last question that you
Can you
asked
give
me?
me one Black man who created wealth in his community and try to who created generational wealth in his community?
In his community?
Yeah.
One Black man?
Yeah, one. Well, I would give me like 20 Black men, because I can give you 20 white. I can give you 20 white men. I can give you 20 Asian men. I can give you 20 Indian men who are not even in our community. Can you give me 20 Black men?
Nah, I can't give you 20. I can't give you 20 Black men.
That's scary, because we run more of the population than Asians and Indian people, and even Nigerians who are the same color as us.
So you want more Black men to pass down generational wealth?
No, that's not what I want. I want more Black men, specifically what they need to do is just to take care of their women and their children. It's not that hard, because the women will still do the majority of the work. They will drag you to wealth, but at the end of the day, a lot of Black men are not allowing them to, because of what they see in the media.
Say that again.
I said there's a lot of Black women who will drag you to wealth, or even like just women in general who will drag you to wealth before you even try to separate yourself from the Black community. If you look at the woman, look at Shawnee O'Neal. Without Shaquille O'Neal, Shawnee O'Neal dragged that man to wealth. She was basically his business partner, and she was doing more than accounting and everything. The first thing he did is, when he became super rich, is he divorced her and decided to date a woman of no color. Like, that's a problem. So it's not like black women are not doing the work. They're willing to do the work for y'all. It's just like y'all can't handle the truth that they give y'all because y'all get a little snow bunny, right? Who will be submissive to y'all. And what you do is she'll wait for the perfect moment to divorce you or put you on child support. That's more beneficial to her than you being in her life.
Mm-hmm.
And
all that money just left the black community.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Well,
it's you laughing, but it's very sad.
No, he's laughing because he knows it's true.
I don't disagree with y'all with what y'all saying. I mean, you know, I like my chocolate women, and I think that, you know, information is important, and when you don't inform a man, well, the fathers are not there, so the informing is not happening, and it's easy, you know, it's childlike behavior when a grown man, you know, can't keep his belt on. You get what I'm saying? You can't keep it in his pants, and he just wants some candy today, tomorrow, whenever he can get it, and not really, you know, provide. So, and
right, we agree, definitely. But we have to end the live very soon. We encourage you to encourage your black brothers and your community to make better decisions and to take care of their families and to make sure they marry the women that they have children by. If you could spread the word, share the content, that would be really helpful. And thank you for joining the live.
And you're welcome, Joelle, to join, like to add me and to join my live because I talk to a lot of women who are in the community. You're on mute.
Oh, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Send the link.
No, you look for the link. My name is right there. You have to understand, black women, that you have to do the work to find them. This is your job to be a leader. Bye, baby. I love you. Enjoy. Be safe. I created a whole safe space for women to move on, and you need to do the job to be there for when women ask questions.
Absolutely.
It's not my job to give it to you. But if you're there, go ahead.
I mean, somebody has to give the information to somebody.
Yeah, but I gave you it. It's my name, and right there, boom. You're allowed. I'll be on live soon. I'm not going live. I have things to do.
Just go to his channel. I mean, his name is Eddie Adhim. Just go to his channel and subscribe.
Eddie, have a go.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank
bye.
You. Let me get the channel real quick.
It's my name.
My sister got it. It's all good.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, Eddie. What's your last words, man?
This was a good child. We are a nasty little duo. I'm gonna keep it quick because it is what it is at the end of the day.
We are. We're gonna have to do more collabs for sure.
This was a nasty little cute little live. Yeah, I don't know where she went.
We on the same wavelength for real.
Yeah. But here's the thing though. So we sat up here and we discussed, here's what I want women of all colors to know, or women any on this platform to know. Understand that we challenge men of all colors to come up with solutions for the community. And not one came on this platform and was able to. There's a problem in the male community, not just in the colored. And if you fucking women don't wake up, y'all are going to be fucking lost by do I have time? Give me 2 minutes.
Go ahead.
Y'all fucking have 10 fucking days before 2021. The government have some shit for you hoes. And I'm gonna say hoes because I consider y'all my girlfriends.
Okay, what they got for us? Eddie?
2021 has some shit for y'all. Y'all think it's cute. Y'all think coronavirus is the real pandemic. There's going to be a real classism pandemic. And at the end of the day, you women who are sitting up here and debating with men on what they should do, on what they shouldn't do, on how you can improve them, are going to be at the fucking bottom. At the end of the day, there's people like me and Miss Universe who will step on any woman or any man to get to where they need to go. At the end of the day, I'll be good. I'll be fine. I have
You gotta make sure we good, you know?
I'll be fine in my savings. I'm fine in my savings account. At the end of the day, by the end of 2021, I'll have me a condo. And by the following year, I'll have me a house upstate. How many women are planning that way? What's your goals? What you finna do? What you finna do when that black man is coming for you, or that white man, or that green man, or that purple man? You're not ready for that.
You preaching. Listen, I mean, absolutely. We should be strategizing. We should be having, we'll do more collaborations, but you're absolutely right. There has to be goals. Like, women will date men for validation and not date men for their goals. Like, they wonder why they get played. It's like, when you date a man, you should have a goal attached to that union. You should have a goal attached. Like, you should be like, okay, is this man going to teach me how to invest? Is this man going to hook me up with my first condo? This is the mindset of dating, but no one thinks like that anymore. And it's like, it's hurting us, especially women of color, especially Black and Latino women.
But it's fine. You know what? At the end of the day, like I said before, if y'all want to continue to hear this naked content, me and Miss Universe and the rest of the girls will continue to keep giving it to you. But at the end of the day, when you want some real shit and you want to hear the facts that we dropped on here, you can pay us and we'll fucking give you the facts. Because at the end of the day, me and Miss Universe, we tired of sitting up here. We explain to y'all a whole 3 hours on how y'all men ain't shit, but y'all still up here asking questions arguing about these motherfuckers.
It's like but you know what, Eddie? Like I've been saying, yo, we have to cut off access. Like, no, you can't date me. No, you can't take me out. No, I'm not gonna go to your house. No, I'm not gonna talk to you. When women start saying no, and when this is happening on a large scale, they're gonna get their act together.
And then men will
they're gonna try to get access to women.
And do you know that me and Miss Universe, we be shutting niggas down left and right. And at the end of the day, they come with us for more. When we shut them down from what they have, they come with us with $2,000 or $3,000 more. And while y'all sitting up here laughing and joking and thinking this shit is a joke and fighting colorism and racism, we out here fighting the dollar amount that these men are going to give us. So y'all keep fighting. Y'all keep fighting the racism and colorism. We'll still be making money. But that's all I have to say, girl. I love you to death.
I love you too, Eddie. Okay, hit me up when you want me to go live on your channel. Okay?
I'm always free.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe, share this content, share. If there are women out there, who are lost in the sauce, begging for validation through their relationships, send them my content. Okay. All right. I love you guys.